It's the big toe. It's the big toe. And you know what I forgot? Usually I'm muted during that, but not this time. It is August 18th, 2026. You are tuned into the Locker Room Guys show, and now everyone knows how awfully I do sing. And you'll notice things look a little different today. I'm over on this side of the screen, and Johnny's not here, but Johnny may be here. We shall see. Johnny's up in Maine. But joining me today on special loan from Wonderback Beerworks is Justin Vitti. Hey, Justin, how are things going today?
It is going great, Samurai. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, no. Thanks for filling in. We're going to have some fun. We got some pretty decent topics to talk about today. But the first thing I want to do is I wanted to wish everybody a happy International Pinot Noir Day. It's wine, so we don't care. So we're just going to move on to Happy National Fajita Day. You like fajitas?
I love fajitas. Big fan.
I'm not a big fan of onions, so fajitas ain't quite my thing. So, you know what? We do have Jersey Johnny. There he is.
There he is.
He's sideways.
Apparently, my phone won't let me do it the other way. So.
Nope. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Sitting in my Pilsner cap.
Pilsner. Justin, you recognize that.
Oh, I recognize it. I have a glass here for later on.
Oh, you got a milk tube.
There you go. Well, actually, mine doesn't say Pilsner. It says Ren Slip.
Ren Slip. Yes. I don't have the controls to turn you because
good.
You're gonna have to do it do it yourself.
I'll have to. Hold on. Do.
I'm trying to figure that out on a phone. It's probably not the easiest thing.
No, hold on. Maybe it's here. Video.
No, that's your back-facing camera.
There we go. Nope.
It's a great view.
Yeah, I like that deck.
Well, that's not the one I wanted. Hold on.
Let's see. When you flipped it again.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, now he's got
There
it.
you go.
So where?
The controls on the phone that are too close to each other.
And your fingers are too fat.
And my fingers are too fat. Yeah, sorry. I'll hold it out here.
Well, before we get into some questions for you, I know Justin's thirsty. He told me before we started the show that he was just holding off. So go ahead and pour. I'm going to pour mine. John, I imagine there's one in your hand already.
No, actually, I finished it.
No? Oh.
And we closed out because we got delicious cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Yeah, we got a blueberry crumble cheesecake.
And unless I missed my guess, those would be Maine blueberries?
It would be Maine blueberries, yes, exactly.
How does it?
And we got it across the street from Batson River Brewing, which that's Batson River across the street over there, brewing and distilling.
Very nice.
And we walked across the street. She's in a gift shop right now. But if you get rid of National Fajita Day, you can see my tag.
I shall hide National Fajita Day. And Johnny is on location in Kennebunkport.
There you go.
Kennebunkport, Maine.
Kennebunkport, Maine.
So, and I love that you're repping the area up there. You've got, and it's interesting because I poured my first.
I'm Maine Johnny tonight, not Jersey Johnny. So
you're Maine Johnny. I poured mine into my cane glass, but it's just too dark to really see the logo.
The cane glass.
There. Justin, what did you poured into it? Look at this.
I took your logo off your glass and put it on my shirt. There you go.
There we go. Justin is going to milk the free publicity for Wanderback tonight.
Tonight's show has been brought to you by Wanderback Brewing.
Yes, at least the co-host has.
any shameless plugging that I can get.
Exactly.
It's our fest beer. It's our just released, just canned last week, just released to the market. That's the first time I actually get to have it not off of the tank, so I'm excited to drink it tonight with you guys for the first time.
I'm gonna have to get a hold of some of that.
I am drinking. I don't even know what I'm
Take
drinking.
a ride.
It's got a fox on the label. It is. Who is this brewery? I ordered this. Oh, it's Marble Fox. Duh.
Marble Fox.
This is Barrel Aged Eternal Remedy, Epoch 2025, an Imperial Stout. And we're not focusing very well, are we?
$1.25. So it's 125 proof.
Epoch 2025.
Oh,
it is 10.1%.
ABOC. That's 2020 from 2025.
Epoch. EPOCH.
Oh, EP. Epoch 2025. Gotcha. Epoch. I thought you said $1.25.
It's $1.25. Very cheap beer. Very cheap.
$1.25. There you go.
I think Tavora's really dropped their prices.
It has.
Yeah, no, they haven't. Don't. So, cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
So, how's the trip going, Johnny?
Trip is good. I'll give you the rundown, and then I'll let you guys at it. We started on Saturday up in Booth Bay. Went to Footbridge Brewing up in Booth Bay. Tasty beer, delicious burnt ends. So we had them for lunch.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were good.
I like some burnt ends.
Yep. Stayed in Bath that night. Went to one restaurant. Really, really cool place. Wound up sitting next to the former owner. Didn't even know we were BSing with him, and the bartender came over, and they were like going back and forth, kidding each other. I'm like, and then we found out he was a former owner. He was a really nice guy, older guy. Had a couple beers there.
Oh, this is so good.
But then Sunday we went to Flight Deck Brewing in Brunswick. Really good beer, fantastic brick oven pizza.
Okay,
really
so
pepperoni,
serve
hot
food.
honey.
Unlike Mass Landing, that has never served food, apparently.
Well, according to them, even though I know I've eaten that sandwich.
I have to.
But in any event, so we went there and went over to, and I was a little disappointed. I got to tell you too. I'll mention this at some point in a future show again. But we went to Moderation Brewing. Just found out about it. I did a little research, but obviously not enough research. That they opened in an old firehouse in Brunswick. So
very cool.
So I was looking forward to going over there, seeing this, that, and the other thing, having some good beer, whatever. Walk in, they have 2 beers on tap. 2.
Ooh.
2 beers. That's it. And I'm like, so we had them.
Well, that's moderation.
Am I about that right? That's what I said, right? I was joking, but so I asked the guy afterwards. They only opened 8 weeks ago. They ran out of everything twice.
Wow.
Everything's in tanks, and they only had 2 on. But they had a Goza on, and they had a Pils on. I had the Pils, just had the Goza. We were good to go.
Good stuff.
Yep. And then hit a Black Pug Brewing there. Yesterday went to Bellflower, talked to Nick.
Did you tell him I said hi?
I already did. I just assumed. And had really good cocktails. That's for the cocktail show. Like stupid good cocktails all night Sunday night. Like to a fault. We slept late on Monday morning. Let's put it that way. So, but
John, talk about Portland, Maine. You were bouncing around Portland, Maine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Went to 3 different cocktail places. Independent. Well, 3. 1 twice. So we went to Independent Ice Company. Went to Hunt and Alpine. Went to Blythe and Borough. And then back to Independent Ice Company. So it was really good. But more on that on the cocktail show. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we got some good breweries coming up. And we're in Kennebunkport now. We're going to be in Kittery and York tomorrow, Algonquin on Thursday, Portsmouth, and then back down to Boston on Friday. And Boston for the rest of the weekend. So lots to talk about after that. Obviously, we'll be at Night Shift and Long Live. And, of course, on the way home on Sunday, we might have to make a stop in Charlton.
Where?
The car just takes us there itself. It's just, Anyway. But that's about me.
Have you
That's
have
about
you
me.
have you cut Sylvaticus out of your trip again?
No, we're gonna. Depends on how long we stay in Kittery and Portsmouth on Friday morning, because I don't want to get to Boston too late. But if we don't stay doing some stuff in Portsmouth too long on Friday, then we're gonna stop at Amesbury.
Definitely, and let me know if they can.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I need more of their liquid there. So
I will keep you posted and get some. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I sent you my top 3.
I saw that.
I didn't see it.
We'll read those when we get that. When we get to it,
read them off when you get there, and then I guess that's it. And then as far as your discussion right now, well, you were talking about your discussion right now, but I won't get involved. I posted it last week.
Yes. Well, we've got a little bit more information on it. So, but we will let you go, because I know Jess won't stay in there forever.
No, yeah, she's in there. She's checking it out. We're going to walk up and down the block one more time, and then we're going to head down to Kittery. So,
very nice.
Enjoy. Definitely.
You enjoy yourself. Drink lots of beer, but drink responsibly.
I drink lots of beer, but drink responsibly.
Where does that come from,
guys? I wonder where that's from. And I'll be back in Jersey next week, and we have a good show next week too. But this is going to be a fantastic one tonight with Justin filling in for me. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And talk to you guys later. Enjoy.
Shout out. I am so jealous that he's up in Maine right now.
I've
been there in a while.
I've only been there once a long time ago. I just, life and kids gets in the way, but it's definitely pretty country for sure.
I think I've been there 5 times. My grandfather's a truck driver, and so I went up through Maine with him once. My brother lived in Boston. My grandmother visited, and we went up to LL Bean. Was that Newport, I believe, and also in Kittery. You got to hit the outlets, and then one time I went by myself. No, I guess I've only been up there 4 times, and then one time with Carrie. So a few years ago. So it's and we went up there for her for a milestone birthday, actually.
Nice. I know my partner Brian loves Maine. It's one of his top places that if he could ever move to, he would go to. So
absolutely beautiful. The winters are brutal, but when it's not 13 feet of snow on the ground, it is absolutely gorgeous up there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Definitely.
I think we started her birthday at 11 a.m. at Allagash.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a good way to start a day.
Definitely. And I mean, just over the last 25 years, 30 years, Allagash has just been, you just can't go wrong by going there.
No. It's very rare that they put out a beer that I go, meh. It happens, but it's very, very, very rare. When I was much younger than today, I went to Boston, and there's a barbecue joint up there called Red Bones, and they were right on. It's in Somerville, actually, across the river. It's not too far from Night Shift, actually, and they were like right on the leading edge of the craft beer movement. And so they knew people didn't really know craft beer. So if you went to the bar and you didn't know what you wanted, they had a wheel behind the bar. They'd spin for you.
That's great.
And that would tell you what beer you got. Of course, about 40% of the wheel was Allagash, but hey, not complaining.
No, I can't go wrong.
They had one of the best desserts I've ever seen, too. They had something called the Redneck Sundae. Oh, or Trailer Park Sundae or Redneck? No, Trailer Park Sundae.
Was it deep fried peanut butter jelly sandwich?
Nope. They had taken ice cream sandwiches, broke them into like thirds, covered them all with whipped cream, and just tossed a whole bunch of maraschino cherries on it.
Nice.
That is just that's beautiful simplicity right there.
Looked like a plate of roadkill.
It was amazing. But after a huge plate of meat, we didn't finish it somehow.
Nice.
Okay, but so what John was talking about the conversation we're going to get into, and John posted it last week up on the Lager Room Guys page, as well as his, I believe, and it's to do with Yards Brewing. Right? We've got some news out of Philadelphia that Yards is being sold, but we're getting conflicting reports, aren't we? So back, I don't remember when it was, when B3 Beverage was it 25? I think about 3 years ago, B3 Beverage was founded. B3 Beverage was founded by Bald Bird, Two Roads, and Yards.
Right.
The three of them, they're the three Bs. They're the three breweries that founded B3 Beverage. Since then, they've added Heavy Reel. Heavy Reel's now part of B3, and they have two distilleries. What's it? Fourth Bird, which is Bald Bird's distillery, and they just added Casey Jones recently to their catalog. Now, from what I'm hearing, B3 has already, Yards has been struggling a little bit financially, and B3 has already put some money into them to keep them afloat. So what's the next step? I think maybe there's been some assumptions. The next step is that B3 is just straight out buying them and absorbing them into them, and they're not just a member of the portfolio. They will actually be owned by B3. But Justin, you heard something else.
So for me, I think it's what I read is an article in one of the Philly magazines today posted an article that it's just semantics on what's happening, that they've all been members already. They're just reshuffling the debt around because Bald Birds is still leaving all of the operations in the day-to-day 2 Yards as is without changing anything. They're just investing into the debt to lighten that debt load. So I don't know if it's a semantics thing. There's just not enough information for me out there to, like, what is it? Like, what's actually happening?
Yep, we're hearing conflicting reports. So we'll sit and we'll wait. And the other thing that's interesting is when I looked into B3 and realized that Heavy Reel was part of that grouping. Heavy Reel's been having some issues as well. So
and I think the Heavy Reels is not part of it right now. Or
no, they are
part of it.
They're well, last I looked up, that they were still part of it.
Okay.
As of last time I looked at it, that they are still part of it. So we'll see if they get the same treatment or what happens there. So there'll be more coming on this. But the one thing is the CEO, Joe Ferrar of B3, has promised that the drinkers, the fans, they'll notice no difference. Yards will still control their liquid, still control their brewing. We shouldn't notice any difference in what's going on.
Yeah, the article that I saw was from Crossing Broad, which is a good Philly industry, and the quote that I like out of it is that this feels less like an acquisition and more like a structured reorganization or shifting of debt. They've essentially conceded control to others within the company that they co-created in 2025. So maybe we're splitting hairs with the terminology. So from what it reads, that nothing's going to change about Yards. They're not going to change their distribution. They're not going to change their beers. They're not going to change their awesome tap room. They're just,
it's a great tap room.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. So yeah, just want to wait and see.
Yeah, my son came up a few years ago. We went to Philly and we saw Caravan Palace. I forget the name of the venue. It's just down the road from the Yards tap room. And we went to dinner at Yards, and man, that was a blast. And the show was a blast too. You've never heard of them?
Yeah. Well, Caravan Palace is great. In Yards, I've heard of them too.
And Caravan Palace, but yeah.
One of my favorite beer festivals out there is the Yards Real Ale Fest, when I get to partake in that, where it's just all Firkin beer. It's all pins. It's a great festival for anybody that just appreciates, beer.
So there'll be more to come on this.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do now is I want to go back into our days, because Justin and I have prepared a little something for you. And it's Happy Write a Bad Poem Day. So when I referenced Vogue on Poetry and Justin knew exactly what I was talking about, I was not surprised. And if you don't know what Vogue on Poetry is, read some Douglas Adams. It's well worth the time if you got a warped sense of humor, which We both do.
Definitely.
So, at any rate, what we have done, we had a chat. We challenged each other to write bad poetry about beer. So, Justin, you have the floor.
So the first thing I thought of when we talked about bad poems is haiku, because it's just very, very well renowned. You have that simple 5-7-5 syllable structure. But then I took it even further into my weird mind and went to the Allen Ginsberg, who's an American poet that was known for the American adaptation of the haiku into the American sentence. It's a single line of 17 syllables, no other rules. So it's real fun when you get into poetry because you can borrow that idea and then you can just run with it and just make sure that you have 17 syllables. And it allows for this to be quick too. My first poem was we made this beer from local grain, then drove it farther than the grain grew.
See, that's good. It's supposed to be bad poetry, Justin.
Oh,
if you were up at a podium right now, people would be going.
Okay, I'll take the snaps. Yeah. All right.
Hold on, no,
okay.
I'm not doing it right. Hold on, I gotta.
Oh, I don't have sunglasses handy. There you go.
I'm at a roll top desk. I got cubby holes everywhere.
I'm at my mother's table from when I was growing up is now my table. So yeah, no cubbies, just glasses everywhere.
Well, which is interesting. This is my mom's desk.
Oh wow,
So,
that's great.
There we go.
They don't make furniture like they used to.
Hey, and who would have ever thought that both of our mothers are supporting literally our drinking habit?
Cheers to that.
Here's the mom.
Here's the mom.
Okay, so that's what I know. You've got a few prepared here.
I do have here. Here's my bad one. Right. So,
okay.
The beer was brewed to share, but I hid the last can behind the mustard.
That's actually moving. The emotion behind that, the potential sense of loss, and then rising above and conquering. That's a powerful poem.
See, and I don't know about you, but I have two beer fridges at my house. I have my beer fridge, and then I have the beer fridge. And when guests come over, they can go to the beer fridge, or they don't go to my fridge. They go to the beer fridge. And typically, sometimes if there's only one or two things left, I will take them and put them somewhere else so that people can't get them from the beer fridge.
I've got one beer fridge, and I have a habit of hiding beers for myself. As a matter of fact, I have to admit something to you today. I went through my beer fridge, and you know what I found?
Something old.
Something new and something borrowed. No. Actually, I found that can of Nautical Twilight that I thought I had, and that I was supposed to drink with you during the one show. We were supposed to drink it together, and I'm like, I couldn't find it. I went through, started cleaning some stuff out. I'm like, oh, shit.
Do you have is it a full-size fridge?
No, it's a small fridge. I don't know how the hell it hid in there. Yeah. I got 5 levels. It's just, I think it may have camouflaged itself.
It wasn't the right time. It was just the universe telling you, wait.
It's still sitting in there. So
it's like anyway. John told me not to drink the Rumpkin and save it for another event. So
there you go. We've got to get Avery's. Apparently, we've got reports that Avery's going to do Old Jubilation again.
Really?
So I've got to get up into New York State, get to a DeChico's because they do carry Avery.
Interesting.
And find some of that.
Yeah, definitely. You used to be able to get it in New Jersey. I don't know if you can anymore.
No, you can't get Avery here anymore.
It's a tough state.
Yeah, it is. Ever since pulled out, ended. Hunterdon. We lost a lot of labels, and not all of them were picked up, and Avery was one of them.
Yeah. Gotta love distributors. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, but if you want to know what's carried in New Jersey, what gets distributed in New Jersey, what doesn't, get up to Boonton. The liquor store in Boonton carries everything that's distributed into the state. I swear to God, they've got so much beer there. It's overwhelming for a lot of.
Is that where you're up near Boonton?
No. I used to be. No, every now and then I've got to take a trip out there.
Got you.
Because if I can't find something here at any of my locals, and I got Jersey, Jersey City Buy Rate is one of my so-called locals, but there's times where it's like they don't have that, so I've got to run up to Boonton, and there it is.
It's a good store to have. It's
It's the ace in the hole, so to speak.
My last American sentence poem is specific to the way that I think that the market is going. A perfect pint of lager takes 3 weeks longer than anyone wants to wait.
That's just accurate.
But it's a poem.
It is a poem.
But Dave, I did come up with a lager room guys haiku since I was working off of haikus. So in traditional Japanese inspired format, crisp lager poured slow. Good friends argue every sip. Nobody is wrong.
That's very nice. I wrote a haiku once. Brought our guest to tears. It was beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer.
There you go. Can't beat it. It's my favorite one that I came up with was it's approachable. 10 minutes of explaining what the hell it is.
That is from experience in a tap room.
So those are my my bad poems for Bad Poem Day.
I have two. I went a little more AB in my rhyme scheme. I do have. Oh, the one thing we didn't explain is why we're doing this. No, that's never mind. That's coming up.
No, that's later.
That's
later.
That ties into this.
Ties into this.
Three
yes.
Ties into this. So you
ties
shall
the room
see.
Together.
And we'll have Justin explain the workings of his brain. Hey, that was a poem right there.
Maybe. Oh yeah, could have. Yeah.
Okay, so number one, I like beer. Beer is good. Should I drink some? Should? Yes, I'll drink some. That's good. I kind of channeled Seuss for that one.
Definitely Seuss on that one.
And my second one, and I promise this one's even worse. Chug-a-lug, beer in my mug. My face is long, my beer is gone. Until I pour me some more. Beer in my mug. Chug-a-lug.
That's almost AABB palindrome, because it starts and ends the same. So, which is if you want to dive, a long time ago, I may or may not have dated a girl who had a degree in poetry, master's in poetry, and learned a lot about poetry at some point in my youth. But poetry is a different world.
Well, I had a friend. I still have a friend, actually, maybe two. His name is. I nicknamed him Meathead. He embraced that name fully. He loved that name. And actually, there are many places in New Jersey beer scene where he was just known as Meathead. And one time I took, because one of my favorite poems, and I just love the way it's written, the rhyme scheme is so complicated and beautiful, is The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. And I changed it to The Meathead. And it's quoth the Meathead, drink some more.
Okay, I like that.
Maybe one of these days, I'll if I can find it again, I'll read it on the show, but I don't know where I have it stored, or hidden away.
Yeah, I mean, I love Edgar Allan Poe. I love the, it's a narrative Gothic poem is his style of poetry. So, taking anything that Edgar Allan Poe does and making it yours is fantastic in my eyes.
Well, poet, inventor of the mystery novel, and one of the fathers of modern horror.
Can't beat it.
Guy's got a repertoire. Let's get to some comments. Jersey Johnny commented in, and I don't know if he did this before or after he was on, but he says, "What an awesome show! You guys are fantastic. Cheers!" He just blowing smoke up our ass, and we know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it would be better with John on, or not. Who knows? But he's trying to give his confidence. Here we go. Brian Boak checks in. Hey, Brian, cheers. First beer, Hopping Frog Sextuple, Belgian style, strong, dark ale, 16.4. This is how Brian rolls. He starts at 16.4.
Yeah.
You know, you thought I was being badass starting at 10.1. Nope. This is Brian Boak. This is what Brian does. And then he said, so you were on very early today. So my observation is John Flaglen is the delay in the show. Well, that's not entirely fair. There's so many mitigating factors. The Garden State Parkway, his iMac, you know, his underwear was on backwards. Couldn't find a proper cap. It's not always John. And that's true as well. There's been times where we've been late because we've been trying to walk the guests through a myriad of technical issues, and there's been times where I've had the technical issues. So it's not always John.
Mostly John.
But it's mostly John. He's gonna kill me for a minute.
I learned a long time ago. Always blame the dead guy.
I just heard a great phrase. I imagine you're a fan of Bourdain's. And he had a phrase that he used. And I love this phrase, and I don't know why it just popped in mind because it's similar to that. Don't pet the babies while they're awake.
Right. You just don't do it.
And what he meant by it is, you know, one of the guests on the show was actually praising his crew. It's like, shh, don't pet the babies while they're awake. He always kept them guessing, wondering if they were doing a good job. He praised them behind their backs, but never to their face.
Never to their face. Nope.
My management style is a little more different than that. It involves cattle prods.
Oh, jeez.
No. And Brian Boak did say blowing smoke. Yes,
definitely blowing smoke.
Yeah, we do.
And we're not even on the smoke beer episodes. So.
No, that comes around in February, and that's with Mr. John Hall of Steal This Beer podcast, and also he's all about beer. Is that what his? Damn! I just blanked on his website, but he's also the he's also the founder of the Facebook page This Week in Rauch Beer.
Drink beer, think beer.
Drink beer, think beer. That's it. So thank you for the save there. So we're going to move on to some more craft beer news.
Perfect.
Have you ever been to pizza? Have you ever been to Pizza Party?
Pizza Party? No.
Pizza Party is an event that is held by.
The one in New York.
Yeah.
Yes, I've never been, and as a pizza person, I want to go, and as a beer person, I want to go.
It is a hell of a time. It's on Staten Island.
Yeah.
So the only problem is you have to go to Staten Island. And if Cthulhu's listening, he's like, "Hey, what are you saying about Staten Island?"
Was that 287? Yeah, no.
But it is put on by Killsborough Brewing every year, and it's like $90, $95, all the beer and all the pizza you could want. Bring your lawn chairs with you, make a day of it. It's a lot of fun. But the after party, which is held in the back of the brewery, which was also awesome. They're bringing up, if you get invited to the after party, you're having another good time. It's 2 good times in one day. But I was talking to Steve from Ghost Hawk Brewing, and we were talking about. Now, did you watch the World Cup?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
100%. Now you're in the Philly area, and Philly was one of the ish closer than we are. But Philly was one of the host cities. New York was a host city. Dallas was a host city, and the Beer Institute. Let's see if I can pull up the actual article of this, because the numbers here are absolutely amazing. And let me see if I can find it. There we go. I was reading this just the other day. But what they were saying was that the World Cup drove an estimated 2 million incremental cases of beer sold in on-premise nationwide over the course of the tournament. That's insane.
It's nuts, and it's the community, and it was the business owners all embracing the fact that people are coming into these cities for these events, for these matches, and supporting beer for them. You watch soccer, you drink beer. I mean, it's part of the game.
Well, not the game itself.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
not down the field. That would be awesome.
It depends on the league, right? If you're in a beer league, then you could potentially have a keg at the 50-yard line, but no. But concessions part of the match, right? You go to the games and you watch the match, and you got the concessions. But some of us can't afford the astronomical mortgage price tickets for some of said World Cup matches. So you had to go to your favorite watering hole and hope they had a big TV and they were watching those matches, which, although they were in the U.S., they weren't the best time for matches, but they also weren't like they were 4 years ago when you're watching the USA play at 3:00 in the morning. So
right, absolutely. But the numbers, and you brought up the stadium concessions were the standout channel, up 24.5% in host markets.
Mm-hmm.
In the host markets. Now that's that's the stadiums. That's to be expected, because these people how much money did they put out for a ticket?
I mean, it ranged, but just talk about the World Cup final that was right around the street, right down the road from you and 2 hours away from me. Just sit at the nosebleeds was $5,000-$6,000 a ticket to sit all the way up in the very last seat in the Meadowlands.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And
so,
was just
as a fan watching the countries that were playing, I wasn't going to the stadiums to watch, so I had to go to my local bar, hope that they had a great beer on that I could drink multiples of, and watch the match.
I watch mostly at home. Raided the beer fridge quite often for the matches. The one time I was out watching was actually at the Cloverleaf.
Oh, nice.
And that was a lot of fun. That was I know England was playing, and I forget who they were playing.
Now, did they have an awesome beer lineup based on the countries that were playing during the day? I mean, I know they do crazy stuff with their 24 taps.
Yes, they did. They had some really good beer on. So now let's see if some of the other numbers. On-premise beer sales in host markets rose 11.1%.
Mm-hmm.
Year over year. And nationally, on-premise sales rose 2.8% during the tournament. That's a pretty significant increase. Would have liked to see better, but still, that's pretty damn good. And this is interesting. The watch party effect was strongest in host cities. They keep stressing host cities for a reason. We're going to get around to this.
I can only imagine where you're going.
Bar and tavern sales rose 13.3% in host markets. Non-host markets also saw an impact as the bar tavern channel increased 1.1. You would think that but that's because the fans were in, right? There's that story of the Scottish fans drinking Boston Dry.
Right. It happened.
And my favorite moment of that is they were interviewing a Scottish fan. He goes, they got no beer left in there. Oh, they've got Bud Light. Right from a Scotsman's mouth. Bud Light is not beer.
I don't. As a member of the beer community in New Jersey, I will not confirm nor deny my opinion on that matter.
I'm not giving my opinion on it. I am just quoting. But I found that hilarious. Now, the reason I bring this up is I live very close to the Meadowlands. Every time there was a game, we really couldn't leave the neighborhood because they were just, the main artery out of our neighborhood's 495, which leads into 3. 495 and 3 were choked with the buses coming from Manhattan into the stadium. And I'm pointing like you know that Manhattan's over there and the stadium's over there, because it is. It's where they are. A lot of this area was pretty much just kind of on lockdown. We couldn't really go anywhere. And when I was talking to Steve from Ghost Talk, he mentioned the fact that they actually saw a drop in sales at the brewery.
I don't disbelieve that. You know, if you look at the difference between Philadelphia and the Meadowlands, Philadelphia has public transportation.
Yep.
The subway, the buses. Oh, I got to close up.
I don't know if I can do that. Interesting. That's not the first time that's happened. We're like, what's...
So they have public transportation infrastructure set up. They have the buses, they have SEPTA, they have subway, they have taxis, Ubers, and the neighborhood where the stadium where they were playing, right? It's just in a neighborhood. Whereas the Meadowlands in wonderful New Jersey, as the most densely populated state in the whole entire country, with 9.9 million people in this much space, our public transportation infrastructure is horrible. Like there's just no way to make it happen. I know our friends at Bolero were doing everything and anything they could to get people to make the trek either to or from to stop at their location.
You could walk there from the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
You could walk to the stadium from the brewery. They were offering to let people park at the brewery and walk over. And, and when you saw what they're posting up, it looked like they were having a damn good time there. They fully embraced the Norwegian team, because most of the country did.
Right.
We embraced the Scottish fans and the Norwegian team.
There we go.
It's basically how it happened. We basically adopted Erling, right? We basically adopted. He's ours now.
Yeah.
He wears what he's used to red, white, and blue already. So
he bought like 5 cowboy hats and cowboy boots. He's totally ours now.
And did you see the thing that he bought? He bought a stuffed raccoon, taxidermied raccoon, hugging a bottle of whiskey.
I did not see that.
I'm
going to look it up.
You got to look up Irvin Holland souvenir from Texas, and he tweeted up. He's walking off the plane with it, and he tweeted up, "It followed me home." He had such a great time here.
Oh,
you got to see it. But he's an honorary American now.
Yep, definitely.
But in this area, the 2 breweries closest to the stadium, their sales dropped. The towns around the stadium, Sea Caucus is right there. They've got a lot of great restaurants, a lot of good businesses, great pizza, and the town was dead. No one came in because you couldn't drive in the area. You had to bus in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did Manhattan see a boost? Did Manhattan have a great time? Of course they did. But it didn't spill out into the area, because there's even some of the thing, some of these percentages, they talk about the counties that these took place in. I guarantee you, though, it was not the county surrounding Meadowlands. Because, like, to your point, Philadelphia's got the mass transit, and they've got a neighborhood built up around it.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas and LA, that stuff's all built for the stadium.
Right.
It's just, they've got so many businesses in there, even up in Foxborough. Foxborough has got an infrastructure. Foxborough's in the middle of nowhere, but they've got a brewery there. Wormtown Brewing is there.
Yep.
They've got like 7 or 8 bars, a bunch of different restaurants, and I'm sure they made a killing. And then you take Seattle. It's right at the dead heart of the city. Right? It's so these areas, man, they did it. I'm sure the fans had a blast because they could just walk to these stadiums.
And just New Jersey, in beer in general, craft beer specifically, New Jersey is the anomaly. We rank last I saw we were 42nd in the country per capita of craft beer consumption per legal drinking age adult. I think it's like 6.6 million of the 9.9 are of legal drinking age, and we rank 42nd in the country as far as the amount of craft beer consumed. So it's just
I do my part.
I do my part.
I try.
it just speaks to even, if you look at Philadelphia, Philadelphia is a beer city. Philadelphia, has one of the first, I think, had the first craft beer week in the country.
I think you're correct.
And they've done it how many years now? It's a beer drinking city. And I use fashion as my example. What's happening on the West Coast in California right now is going to be a trend here in New Jersey a year and a half to 2 years later. It's the same thing with beer. What's happening in Philadelphia 3 years ago is now what's happening in New Jersey. I'm not surprised by that statistic for New Jersey and the World Beer Cup, and the World Cup. Sorry,
yes,
and the World Cup.
There is a World Beer Cup.
There is a World Beer Cup. I didn't mean to bring that up. That was a total accident.
And I don't think you guys have won an award there yet.
World Beer Cup?
Oh no, you did. You won a gold.
Yeah, we
did. You not?
We might or might not have won a gold medal for a lager.
I'm trying to prompt you here. You said shameless plugs. Let's keep the shameless plugs going.
That one was not. That was just a slip of the World Cup, and I said World Beer Cup. But I'm
trying to help you here.
I know you are. I appreciate the love. Let me just sip out of this glass here.
Oh, this is a second beer?
Mm-hmm.
Justin has moved on. And what are we drinking now, Justin?
So we're talking about the World Cup. We released a beer called Match Day Pilsner. Match Day after the Premier League, every Saturday that they play is called Match Day. Yep. So we tried to take a generic soccer term, and then we made it, basically look like the FIFA logo for Wanderback. So it's a 4.7% premium Pilsner. Probably can't find much of it anymore. I had some cans hanging around in the fridge, but knowing that we were talking about the World Cup, I figured I'd drink the World Cup beer.
There we go. That sounds like a lovely, lovely, lovely beer, because your non-premium Pilsner is fantastic. I can't imagine with the premium Pilsner.
So the future-proof Pilsners are, German Pilsner, so nice hop, bitter bite to it. This is softer, has a little bit of wheat in it. It's a little, softer mix of hops to it. We had the Czech and the German hops added to it. So, just trying to be fun, have fun. Got to bring fun back to beer.
And beer is fun. Beer should be fun.
Should be fun.
Some people take it too seriously.
And more people in New Jersey should drink beer during sporting events. I mean, just come on.
Hey, football season's here.
It's too soon. It's too soon. I mean, this is like the anomaly of the summer, because there's an extra week of summer this year mathematically because of Memorial Day to Labor Day. It's the longest time you get between Memorial Day and Labor Day on a calendar. Can't be any further than it is. Kids go back to school before Labor Day and then get Labor Day off and go back to school.
Yeah.
It's just
weird.
It's a long summer, but it's going way too fast.
I'm not a big fan of heat and humidity, so I don't share your opinion on that one.
Oh, I sweat when it snows, so it's not has anything to do with the temperature.
It's just the time is moving too fast.
But just sitting on the beach, reading going to the beach and sitting there and reading a nice book and not perspiring because it's so humid. So September is the best beach time in New Jersey.
Well, in Jersey, it's referred to as local summer.
Local summer, yeah.
Because the bennies are gone.
But yeah, that's a central North Jersey term, bennies.
Well, it's attributed. Well, it's funny because they tried to spin it once, make it nice. That was short for benefactors.
It's not nice.
No, it's bullshit. It stands for Bergen, Essex, Newark, New York. Is what it stands for.
Got it.
And I grew up down the shore. I went to grade school in Bricktown. I went to high school in Jackson. I was always at the shore.
So when I say I didn't go up to the shore since I grew up at the shore.
Did you go up to the shore?
No, I grew up in North Wildwood, Cape May.
Yeah, there you go. So you grew up at down the shore.
Down the shore, yeah.
Down the shore is a very, very central North Jersey term. Down the shore because we go down the shore. Justin was there.
But Benny's is the term that I learned from a friend who lives in near Seagirt. Benny's was a term that I learned from them, whereas down here we call them shoebies.
Shoebies, and what does shoebie stand for?
Shoebox. So when they used to take the train into the area, they would bring their lunches in shoeboxes, and that was they would get it on the train. Their box lunch would be a shoebox, and so they called them shoebies. So the non-locals in our area were called shoebies.
It's interesting because, for those who are listening that are outside the New Jersey area, Jersey is split into 2 or 3, depending upon where your mindset is. I prescribe to the 3.
I do. I prescribe to the 3.
I grew up in Central Jersey, Jackson, New Jersey. We got both New York and Philadelphia channels on the radio and the television.
Yep.
This is before streaming, folks. We suffered. We didn't suffer. Trust me, we did not suffer. And so Central and North Jersey, Central Jersey has, and Central and South Jersey has the best beaches. North Jersey really doesn't have any beaches.
No.
So all of North Jersey would spill, and New York City would spill into Central Jersey. And you're talking Asbury, you're talking Belmar, you're talking Point Pleasant, Manasquan. You're talking some really nice beaches. And that's their name. We named them Benny's. There was this one big house that was in the middle of one of the highways, and they had Benny Go Home, big Benny Go Home sign. And they had a Benny's Go Home party at the end of the summer, their Labor Day party, and it's like everybody in the state was invited to this thing. But in the South, you also have fantastic beaches. You've got Ocean City, you've got Wildwood, you've got Avon, Avalon. That's right. And Cape May. Yeah, and Ocean City is like the only free beach in all of New Jersey.
No, so the Wildwood beaches are the only free beaches.
Well, the Wildwood is, right?
Yeah, that's Cape May, Avalon, Stone Harbor, Ocean City, and then up are not free beaches. So you need beach tags. Yeah.
And Wildwood, and both the Central Jersey and South Jersey had their consummate boardwalks.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Wildwood is just a massive boardwalk.
It's 2 miles. Yeah.
Yep. And then you've got Seaside.
Right.
Seaside Heights. That's another quite a large one. Both of them have rides. Both of them have French fries. Both of them have cheesesteaks. And there's always arguments which area has the best cheesesteaks. Both of them have pizzerias, and all those pizzas I would never eat because there's always flies all over them.
The Wildwood Boardwalks now have beer, though, so you can get good craft beer on the Wildwood Boardwalk.
You can't so much at Seaside.
Sawmill, right? But that's not Seaside. That's South.
No. Sawmill is Seaside.
Yeah. Okay.
And the thing is, you can get good beer there. But not really anywhere else. You used to be able to get like $1 hot dogs at the Sawmill.
Oh, nice.
which was great. Great to sop up all the beer. So Central Jersey, we had everyone from New York and Northern Jersey. Southern Jersey, they had all the people from Philly.
Right. And so for us, the down here, the discerning factor between where you're from in New Jersey is, first off, is it pork roll or is it Taylor ham?
Yep.
And do you know what scrapple is? Is the second question to that. Because if you don't know what scrapple is, then you don't know South Jersey.
And the funny thing is, John and I say this on the show all the time, because John went to, I think he went to high school up here in North Arlington.
My family, my mom's family is from North Jersey. My mom was born in Rahway. My grandparents lived in Roselle Park before they moved down to the shore, which is before my time. But my family, my grandfather lived in Linden. My uncle lived in Elizabeth. My family is from North Jersey, but I am a South Jersey person.
Well, John was a North Jersey person. I was a Central Jersey person. And Central Jersey calls it pork roll.
Pork roll, yeah.
Yeah. So we joke all the time that I grew up in pork roll and I moved to Taylor ham. He grew up in Taylor ham and he moved to pork roll. But we've both been in the Benny area.
Both in the Benny area.
But I'm now, and it appalls me that I am now a Benny if I go down the shore.
I guess you are.
I'm in Hudson County.
I have a friend from the beer business, Billy Z. And he's been in the beer business for a very, very long time in New Jersey, but he's the one that opened my eyes to the fact that he loves the Eagles, loves the Eagles, and is then I think likes the Yankees. So Yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. He's definitely an Eagles fan. But when
Well,
you
was
guys have your Benny go home party, if you take the western route from the shore down by me back to Philadelphia, it's a single road with 2 lanes, one up, one back. And they put the big sign up that says Shuby's go home right there on 347 when you're going up to go back to 55.
Same thing, just from different areas. Or was that the Black Horse Pike?
No, it's so you have the Delsey Drive, like Route 47,
Okay.
leads into a road called 347, and that takes you to Route 55, which kind of goes northwest from the shore.
Got it. Interesting.
Yeah. Same but different.
Interesting. Growing up in Central Jersey, I had my New York teams, and I had my Philly teams. There was one point I was a Phillies fan. Mike Schmidt, right? Back in those days, and also Greg the Bull Luzinski. He was either screwing himself into the ground, missing the ball, or sending the ball to Delaware. There was no in between. And I think it's because I'm like half Polish. I think I like Luzinski so much, but I was also an Eagles fan when Jaworski was quarterback.
There you go.
You see any
I tell people I'm a Pol-Wop, so I don't know if I can say. My mother was Polish and Scottish. My father was Italian, so I call myself a Pol-Wop. Yeah, but I get to choose my nationality based on the holiday.
I do the same thing because I'm like mostly British on one side and mostly Polish on the other side. So I celebrate Easter as a Polish holiday.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because I love babka.
Yeah, why not?
So it's a ham, it's kielbasi, it's pierogies, kolumpkis, babka. We get the sesame seed bread. Oh, we have a good time.
Sesame roll. Oh yeah.
And Christmas is my British holiday. Yeah, the poppy seeds. Nice. That's it.
So do you do Boxing Day as well?
I don't do Boxing Day, but for Christmas is it's a standing rib roast, the prime rib.
Nice.
And every now and then I'll make a trifle.
I do. My grandmother used to make a trifle a lot, but that was the Scottish. My grandmother was Scottish, and Easter is Polish for us. Italian on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, usually I'll do a Wellington or something fun in the kitchen, but yeah. And then I like to celebrate Boxing Day just because nobody does.
We gotta look into that. Carrie's part Italian, so we do Christmas Eve as Italian. So I've got that as well. So we celebrate our holidays pretty much the same way.
And if you ever want to really get frisky, do a Polish Christmas Eve because it's fantastic.
There's a lot of vodka involved in that.
Oh, and straw and crackers and cured meats and cured fish. And
I like cured meats. You can keep the cured fish. We'll go with the cured meat.
Listen, when Wanderback Tap Room opens, there is a Polish deli around the corner from the tap room where it's an old Polish man and his wife walking around in their slippers, making everything smoking the meat in a shed in the back that they're selling to you.
That's the way it should be done.
It is fantastic.
There is a store in Wallington. I can never remember if it's Adams or Abe's. It begins with an A. If you go the week of Easter, you've got a lot of time on your hand. And one time my buddy and I went. He was part Polish, part Dutch, and part Italian, actually. And we parked on the side street, and we watched as two of the girls, because I think the family had nothing but girls and employed them in the grocery store, had a stick, a big long stick between their shoulders, and there must have been 20 kielbasis. And that was the smokehouse out back. And they do cabanossi there. And if people don't know what a cabanossi is, it's a Polish Slim Jim.
So for Easter, I went and I bought 4.5 pounds of kielbasa from the deli, the Polish deli around the corner. And as a thank you, he gave me 2 of them to ride. Oh, for the car ride home.
The kielbasa. See, the thing is, the cabanossi never makes it home.
The cabanossi was for the car ride home.
It's for the car ride.
It's for you for the car ride. He handed me 2 of them, and my wife looked at me when I took a picture and sent it to her like, what are you doing? I was like, yes, I'm eating fresh smoked meat from the man who wasn't wearing gloves, that barely spoke English, and his wife's hands were bigger than mine.
That's the Polish delis. And also, folks, I will say it now. This may be controversial. This might be a hot take, but Polish pickles, the best. Cucumbers and brine.
I don't disagree with you.
Carrie's a huge fan of pickles, and I introduced her to Polish pickles. Let me rephrase that. When I introduced, we got some of those from the deli, and we brought them back. She took one bite, and she goes, they're now her favorite thing. They're just, and we'll get them every now and then. And she does like to make Polish pickle soup.
Polish pickle soup. That one I have not had.
I like pickles. I really do.
Writing it down.
And 3 to 5 spoonfuls of it, and it's delicious. After a while, it becomes a little too pickly for me. But man, it's delicious. It really, really is. And have you ever had white borscht?
Not white borscht. No. Just a different beet. Just a different beet.
No, there's no beets in it actually.
Then how's it borscht? Because it's cold.
I don't know. You'd have to ask my friend Mark Janik, who learned how to make it in Poland.
Okay.
Yep. So apparently, borscht doesn't necessarily have to have beets in it.
It's like a Spanish gazpacho, right?
No, it's not cold. What it is, it's actually got cream in it.
Okay.
And it's got kielbasa in it, and it's got potatoes in it. So think of it like a kielbasa cream chowder. It's actually really good. Anyway, I don't know how do we get there. Oh, but you were bringing up the Polish deli across the street.
We were talking about breakfast meats, and then it just segued into
we got smoked meats, and you get two Polacks talking about meat, and they're just going to get lost. At any rate, but you said that there's this Polish deli's kind of across the street, catty corner from where the tap room's going to be.
Around the corner, yeah, it'll be around the corner from the tap room.
Speaking of the tap room, where are we on this?
We are making fantastic progress on our tap room. So we are anticipating to have our certificate of occupancy second week of September. Walls are just all done painted. The floors are being done this week. The drains are already in. The first subfloor down for the production space is in. Tanks are sitting in storage. We have all of our decorative lighting hung. The ceilings are done. Bathrooms, the toilets will be put in once the floor is done. Sinks are in. So we are on track to have our CO by the beginning of September. So
with opening in September or October?
So the caveat is that, as a lager focused brewery, the average time for just Waterback lager in a tank is 46, 48 days. So figure 8 weeks, because we don't want to be in a situation that John just had where we have 2 beers on tap, right? We don't want to open and blow through everything. So we got to make sure we have beer in inventory. So we are thinking realistically end of October, beginning of November, if everything goes smoothly with the wonderful, grand state of New Jersey and the ABC.
Yes, we shall see. But the one thing is, there are times. It's funny. There's many times I've moved out of state and they keep pulling me back in. It's hard to leave the state. It's just. I think it's mostly the culture, the food.
It's the Four Seasons.
And it's the Four Seasons, yes. I don't think they were from New Jersey. I think they were from New York, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, but we get good. We almost get 5 seasons in New Jersey, so
we do. We get 5 because we get summer twice.
We are all steam ahead, just trying to figuring out glassware, waiting on draft system.
Glassware. We just saw 2 examples of glassware.
Yeah, we're really focusing on the right beer in the right glass for what we do.
Nice.
There's a lot of breweries are doing it now the right way. where you go in and you get a lucre pour of a beer and it's in the proper dimple mug, like
Right.
we haven't ascertained what we're going to open. We haven't decided what the glassware is going to be. None of that. We're just starting that discussion. We got to get beer brewed. We got to get, there's a million things we got to do. And it's the only bad thing about New Jersey is that it's backwards, that you have to spend all this money to build it out and get your pictures and send in your CEO for the ABC to say, okay, great, you can brew, or no, you did it all wrong. And then you got to change it. So it's kind of like the cart before the horse. So we just hope that, with our experience and we're doing things the right way, and we're excited. We're, anxious to get open, anxious to just have a great place.
We're all anxious for you to open as well. As a matter of fact, we'll see how the timing works. We're going to try to talk John into, us coming down and covering the opening.
We're,
Now this is quite a bit of a haul for us. Tell everybody where it's going to be.
Yeah, so we're opening up in downtown Vineland. We'll be at 635 East Landis Avenue.
Hey, it's going to give a place for the kids to hang out other than behind the 7-Eleven.
It's going to be a great place. It's going to be, we're having a split level brewery. So upstairs will be our, main tasting room, 150 person occupancy, 3 bathrooms, 35-foot bar. We'll have, standing drink rails. We'll have high tops. We'll have a banquette with tables. We'll have a little lounge area, out front seating. And then when you go downstairs, it'll be all themed around the malt and the story of the grain. Without farms, there is no beer. And it's a pillar of ours that wander back to support local and to use local as much as possible. So last year, I believe it was 33,000 pounds of Rabbit Hill malt for our beer. And we're going to more than double that this year as far as the consumption.
Beautiful.
Every single beer we make uses Rabbit Hill malt, almost 100%. I think we're at 99.9% of the malt is Rabbit Hill, and the only that 0.1% is the roasted malts that Hillary can't do there, that we need to get for our dark lager. So, but everything else, wheat, Pilsner, Chillum, everything we get is from Rabbit Hill. So we are supporting the farm that's 15 miles from the brewery with the beer that we're serving to the local community. So, so downstairs, the cellar is a 50-person space with the production. So you lose 2,000 we have 2,000 square feet. So 1,000 of it is for the production space. That's where you see all the tanks and the shiny equipment and say, oh, that's where they make the beer. And you want to get your pictures taken. And then we'll have a small, 49-person bar with a bathroom, private event
Bathrooms
space.
Important.
Yeah. We have 4 bathrooms total. We'll have 4 bathrooms in total in the brewery.
Now, are your bathrooms gendered, or do you have that shared bathroom?
All of our bathrooms will be unisex ADA.
That is amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love those spaces. A lot of the bars in New York are doing it. Some of the breweries in New York are there. I've seen some of the breweries in New Jersey do it, where they have like a common sink area, and then there's just stalls, and the stalls are unisex.
These are just, I went to a brewery in New England, and it was the same thing. They had a row of bathrooms. You walk in, and it's your bathroom, your sink, your toilet, changing table.
Yeah, Torch and Crown was that way before they closed. Speaking of breweries that have closed, my second beer, and I wanted to drink it while it was still viable, is Jersey Cyclone's Coconut Calypso.
That's where we got our tanks.
Oh my God! So you're basically Spirit of Halloween. You just
our 10 barrel. We went. The Jersey Cyclone had an auction. We bought their 10 barrel tanks. We got their 2 10-barrel lager tanks.
So I am drinking basically a Wonderback beer by association.
No,
because this beer was brewed in your tanks.
It was brewed in the tanks we got. Yeah.
I've got it in mind because
nice.
It is. Black is beautiful.
Eventually, we'll do a stout once we have a tap room open, and we have, it's not necessarily a market mover. So, as a distribution-focused brewery right now, we have to be careful of what we pick and what we distribute. But we'll definitely have something.
Speaking of stouts, Mr. Boak has his second beer, 22 Northman Brewing Company in Alexandria, Minnesota. He drove out there. It's a wind-powered brewery. Barrel-aged Cave Series Night Axe Bourbon Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout, 14.2 2. Oh, that's a beautiful beer right there. There you go. That's one of the greatest.
You guys are opening up stouts. I feel like I'm like going to be left behind.
See, I am what I drink, and I am stout.
You're stout. Well,
What am
I am what I drink. I'm everything, huh?
Everything to everybody,
Yeah,
Justin.
right? Oh, we do a morning bell if you want.
Do I have? I've got a sip and maple over it. I may have a morning bell sitting over there. What are we digging into here? Oh, yes. John will kill me if you drink that on the show.
I'll wait. I'll just stick with the Pilsner.
Now, it's funny because, Justin and I both set the scene behind us. Justin was hiding some stuff before the show. I put a few things over on the shelves here. But we noticed that, we both have the same poster up there, framed almost exactly the same way. You've got a wider frame than I do, and yours probably doesn't fall apart as mine does. Mine's cheapy. I got to get that reframed. But this is, you'll see this in so many breweries. You ever get a chance, really take a good look at this. It's really going to explain to you the path of beer, the difference between lagers and ales, and those that cross over. There are some that do cross over.
Mm-hmm.
There are some ales brewed with lager yeast and vice versa. But I also notice over your other shoulder, there seems to be a tentacle.
Oh. Yeah. It says.
What does this say there?
So it's basically it's a giant tentacle coming out of the ocean with a man sitting on a chair fishing at the very top of it, and it says, "Everything will kill you, so choose something fun."
That's not wrong.
So this is my corner of the house. This is my weird tiki glassware, all my bourbons.
Mine are up there. Before the show, Justin and I were showing off our tiki mugs to each other. And there's one that looked like it was a very tentacle based.
Oh yeah, this one.
Oh, very nice.
So I think this is a Jeff Granado. I think.
Granita.
Yeah. And I have the pirate.
That's awesome.
Stick. So yeah, I mean,
funny.
Culture is separate from beer. This is one of my favorites. This is a Cocoa Skull.
That's cute. That's adorable.
So this is a Van Tiki, gentleman out of Hawaii who makes tiki mugs. I think this was my first one.
Really?
Yeah.
My first one I actually got at I'm blanking on it. Lee's Hawaiian Islander up in this area. There's another one that's struggling. Hey, B3, you want to take them, buy them, keep them going for a while?
Yeah, I just saw an article that they're potentially closing.
And that article has been running for about 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's basically the kids don't want to take it over. The parents are, I think they're each about 210 years old at this point.
Okay. So they're young.
Lee's Hawaiian Islander is a very, very special place. If you've never been, please get there. Please support these people. Let's keep that thing going. But your coconut mug, my coconut mug is actually a Don the Beachcomber coconut mug.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went all out. But my first tiki mug came from Lee's Hawaiian Islander. That's right over there. I got a bunch up there.
Yeah, I think the most unique. I think I have the complete set of the Golden Girls tiki mugs.
Scott Wells would love you.
If you don't have it, I highly recommend you get it and add it to your collection because they are a joy to break out.
I've got some interesting ones. I showed you I've got a couple from Paradise Lost in Manhattan. But I bought one off of eBay, and it is a Fiji mermaid. If you don't know what a Fiji mermaid is, look that one up. That has something to do with P.T. Barnum. P.T. Barnum. The Fiji mermaid was basically a hoax. They had basically taken a mummified monkey, the top of a mummified monkey, and sewed it onto the body of a fish.
Yep.
And P.T. Barnum bought it to the States and shut it off as a mermaid. But it's creepy as hell. Go ahead, Google it. It's creepy as hell. But 3 Dots and a Dash out of Chicago made a tiki mug out of it.
Wow.
That thing is cool. I'll show it to you at the end of the show.
Yeah, definitely. The side note about me is that I spent a good amount of time learning sideshow in Coney Island. So I have an appreciation for the circus, for P.T. Barnum, for sideshow, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And so both you've all pretty much caught on now that Justin and I are pretty deep into tiki culture. Pretty different levels. No, probably similar levels at that. But I got into it real fast, real quick. Doug Jones, thank you for that. I blame him. I remember telling him specifically, I will not start a tiki mug collection.
Good luck.
Yeah, about 20 tiki mugs later, I'm still going.
I moved on to tiki shot glasses because I have no more room for tiki mugs.
Well, one of my favorite things are Mai Tai glasses.
Mai Tai glasses, I love that you can drink beer out of a Mai Tai glass because you can see it.
Yeah.
But you can't drink beer out of a tiki glass because you have no idea what you're pouring or how it's pouring. But a
This
Mai
is
Tai
true.
glass, I drink frequently out of a Mai Tai glass.
What's your favorite tiki drink?
My favorite tiki drink. I mean, what I judge a bartender on is a daiquiri, a Hemingway daiquiri specifically.
Well, what is that? Whoa, a second. The La Florida daiquiris, 1, 2, or 3, or what Hemingway did to it?
What Hemingway, the lime, the rum, the maraschino.
Well, that I believe was a take on daiquiri number 3. Their daiquiris were number 1, number 2, number 3. And he took one of them, and all he really did was triple the rum.
You're making me look up my my recipe.
If you get a chance, this book right here.
I have it.
And it'll tell you what Hemingway did to La Florida's daiquiri. Beach Bum Berry is a fantastic historian, but also one of the greatest bartenders we've ever had because he managed to resurrect so many tiki drinks. But I am reminded, this is a beer show.
This is a beer show.
I am also reminded that you had sent me a text last week. Let me see if I can find it. Because this is something I really wanted to talk about. And this is just, it's very understandable, but it's also mind-blowing. It came from Matt Stats. Do you remember this one?
Matt Stats from the Brewers
Yep.
Association. Yeah.
Yep.
He's the new chief economist. He took over when Bart Watson became the CEO of the president, CEO, whatever.
The president. Yeah, he got booted upstairs, and this guy took over his job.
Yep.
And I'll read this mostly verbatim. The 2 AB levels with the greatest off-premise beer volume growth since 2022, not including non-alc, are 9% beers have lifted 76%, while 3% beers are up 16%. So the 2 highest growth segments are at 9% and at 3%.
And then what's the missing caveat to that? What's the 6% IPAs?
6% beers down 27%.
Mm-hmm.
Consumers have said they're moving towards ABV extremes, and the sales data is corroborating that story. That is, it's not just fascinating to me, but you see it. When you're out drinking, you see it. When you're out at festivals, you get those people who show up and go, what's the highest ABV beer you want? Right? Justin, you poured at festivals, I've poured at festivals. There are people there that are just getting the most out of the money they spent to get there.
Yeah.
And then you get the people who are the easy riders. They want to remember the day. They want to drink great beer. They want to drink a lot of great beer, but they don't want to be sloppy at the end of the day. And they're sitting down at the 3 to 4% alcohols, right? Because remember, there was a time sessionable. session beers. They were what, 4%?
Or less, yeah.
And session, that definition crept up to close to 6% at one point. People are considering 5.5% beer is sessionable.
Right, a pale ale was a session IPA at some points.
Yeah, I may have been one of those people. A lot of my friends considered those sessionable. But I find myself looking more towards the 4% at this point. Now we've got Brian Boca's on this show, and we know he's scoffing at 9%.
Well, I have two thoughts on this, and this is mostly brewers' faults. I think partly, mainly brewers' faults. But what that stat doesn't clearly indicate is if it's craft or all beer as a segment. Okay. You gotta dive into the data to find out.
Well, that's one thing though. What macro beer comes in at 3%? What macro beer comes at 9%? I don't see any macro beers come at those ABV levels.
Well, you have the Miller 64 is 2 point something.
What's Ultra sit at?
Ultra is, I think, 3.9.
So that's in that realm.
I can Michelob Ultra. I'm going to Google that for everyone.
Okay, so you're saying that
4.2. Michelob Ultra is 4.2.
4.2. Okay, so that's pretty much outside of it.
Granted, and then you have like imports like the Schoefferhofer, which is 2.5%. Right. So you don't know what makes up the segment, but is in my opinion, it's you got the people that are going to the bar that want to drink a lot of beer socially, but they don't want to get drunk.
Right.
A big part of that survey, if you get into the data, is how does alcohol align with my fitness goals, right? And we all have fitness goals. My fitness goal is fitness, beer in my mouth. We have fitness. But how does it align with your fitness goals? So of course they're going to go lower ABV, because lower ABV is going to be lower calories. It's going to be lower carbohydrates. It's going to be better for you, whatever.
I never understood that higher ABV was higher calorie. Because
lower.
Higher ABV is lower calorie.
No, lower ABV.
Right. But that's the one thing I never understood, because if it's higher alcohol, then it's converted most of the sugars into alcohol. That should be lower calorie.
But it still has the retained sugar from the
I'm joking. I'm joking. This was all just me rationalizing drinking higher ABV beers at one point.
Well, the higher ABV, you want more bang for your buck, right? And one trend that I have personally seen is that you walk into a bar and they don't care if it's a 6% IPA or 10% stout.
With a rabbi and a priest?
Yeah, with a rabbi and a priest. It's going to be an $8 pint of craft.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So if you're going to pay $8 for a 6% beer or $8 for a 10% beer, the 10% beer at $8 is the better buy.
Not always necessarily, because the smart bars and breweries, the higher the ABV, the less ounces you get in the pour.
And out of the 9,000 licenses, not including breweries in the state of New Jersey, how many of those bars are smart bars?
5.
I like, and it's unfortunate. And what I said is brewers' faults is that back in 2015, 2016, when we had this surge of craft breweries in the state of New Jersey specifically, we're better than macro. We can charge more. And then you started to get craft bacon, and you got craft blankets, and you got craft socks, and you got craft
mac and cheese.
Craft mac and cheese, and everything with the name craft tied to it became more expensive because it was artisanal and it's craft. So we think that we as brewers think that because we make a superior product to a macro product, right, that we can inherently charge more for it, regardless of how much it costs to make, because it's craft. And I'm not saying that mindset's happening now, but it was happening at some point.
Of course it was.
And that then during COVID, with the bars and the restaurants, was, hey, I'm charging $8 for a beer because I can. These people are happy to come out. They're going to pay for it. It doesn't matter. We're charging $8. And now they're still charging $8 because 6 years ago they were charging $8 and it didn't matter.
You don't drop prices.
And now the consumers are realizing, if I'm going to pay $8 for a pint of beer, I'm going to get the higher alcohol. If I'm going to a liquor store and they're going to have a $20 4-pack of a 10% beer, or a $20 4-pack of a 7% beer, I'm going to buy the $20 4-pack of the 10% beer because it's more bang for my buck.
Brian Boak's got a slightly different take on it. More flavor, fewer beers. So, Brian, you're equating ABV with flavor. I'm not quite sure that's entirely accurate, but I know what you're saying because here I am drinking a coconut stout. And the previous one was vanilla coconut in bourbon and rye barrels.
He loves an adjunct stout.
Those are adjunct stouts, but they're not pastry stouts.
They're not pastry stouts.
I don't really. I'm this close to needing insulin in the first place. I don't need to have my beer help me along the way. Actually, I think probably the beers would stick in the first place.
I think I'm going to change my lineup. Jeez.
And so, but no, Brian, I get what you're saying. He's like saying versus he's saying more flavor than a 5% lager. Yes, I get it. But there's like tonight. I work from home over the summer, so I can go with heavy beers tonight. I can just trudge over because you know what my commute is. I sleep right there.
Same as my wife. Yeah. I gotta wake up tomorrow and deliver 12 kegs and truck.
Oh, I have to ask you, where was that drop? It wasn't Cowtown. Where was that drop?
It was the Tuckahoe Inn.
Oh.
So the Tuckahoe Inn is a little sneaky because it has that water background to it. And we included the left side of the Tuckahoe sign. So
you kept the water out of it.
So it was just, it's Tuckahoe Inn.
And they got the recreation of the lighthouse that fell into the sea. I love the fact that they have the time-lapse photo of the original lighthouse falling into the sea. That's just so cool.
Definitely.
Tuckahoe's a really special place. I like it there.
Great place, great family. We're happy to be able to do business with them. It's great.
So, but anyway, so what Brian's saying, yes, I get it. If I'm sitting at home and I don't have to get up until basically 8:55 tomorrow to be online for 9, because I can just literally roll over here, crawl my way into the chair. I'm happy to be drinking these 10 and 13% beers. If I'm out, I'm not touching them. I may have one at the very beginning. There'll be a lot of water, but now I'm hitting those lagers. Brian says he's got a 12-foot. You're retired. You have no commute. Don't even try
it. To the garage, right? To the brew. To the brew system.
To his brew system there.
Doing Zwickle pours. They don't count as beers. Definitely.
So,
and also it's off premise. That was an off premise number.
Right.
So, that's people buying 6-packs, buying 4-packs, probably of a high percent beer. It's buying 12 packs of a low ABV beer. So, and what we're seeing, one big thing that's coming out from the Brewers Association that just came out to support that is also that they're seeing an increase of visits to breweries. And so it's to me
that's interesting.
Yeah, it screams occasions, right? So people are shopping more for occasions. So you're going to a party, you're going to a barbecue, you're going to a bar mitzvah, you're going to a christening, you're going to something. You're going to an occasion, so you're buying beer to bring to the occasion. So you're either going to go bring this super bougie, oh, look at this, or you're going to bring we can drink a lot of this. And those are the two categories.
Yep, you're not wrong. It's funny because when we would go places, a lot of parties we'd go to, I knew who was there, and I'd have my own little cooler of my beer. And what would be interesting, like when I first met her family, I'd bring my own beer because I knew it was there. And I would be drinking my beer. And every now and then someone would come over and go, "What's that?" And then there's that 10-minute explanation that you brought up earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Of what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
And so I share. And I don't know that I brought any of her family into the craft beer world, but I like to think I did. But there were some others that were already there. Her uncle, her Frank, great guy. Listens to the show every now and then. If you listen, hey Frankie. He loves his beer. We there's a group that Carrie's involved with. They did a bus trip out to the casino out in Bethlehem. It's like, cool. We went. Walked through the casino to go out the front door to go visit the breweries in Bethlehem. And Frankie came with us. And we had a blast. Really did.
Is that what Fegley's is in Bethlehem?
But we weren't on that side of the river. We were on the casino side of the river.
God,
I wish I could remember the name of the breweries there. But we went to a bunch of them. And there's a distillery there as well. Man, they make a great burger there too. So we had a really good time. But yeah, to your point, you pick up these beers for that. Like there's breweries I need to get to. Like you need guys. And I'm kicking myself because a couple weekends ago, Kara and I went to Columbia Market, the big flea market down there. And it's like, we should have hit the liquor stores to find Wonderback. And I should have texted you, go, where can I find it around Columbia Market? But if you ever get a chance to get to Columbia Market, get the Amish donuts. Oh my God, they're so good. So good.
I don't know if we're up that far yet.
No? Okay, now I'm not kicking myself. Now I'm glad I didn't go searching.
Where is that at? I don't think we're up that far.
It's not too far outside of Trenton, I believe.
Yeah, we're Southern Burlington is the furthest we go right now. So.
Oh yeah, no, we weren't that far south.
And I don't know exactly where you were, so I was going to try and get you beer, but my schedule didn't get me up North Jersey today.
Oh, I would expect. This is not just North Jersey. This is this little sequestered area of New Jersey that is surrounded by highways that are always constantly choked.
Where are you in Jersey City?
North of it in Union City.
Union City. At least you're not in Moonachie.
Well, that's out there. Actually, it's easier to get places from Moonachie than it is here, because we got to sit in traffic just to get onto the highway.
Right.
And there's usually a lot of arguing, horn blowing, a whole lot of, hey, you're number one, going on while you're trying to do this. People are trying to merge in, and people are just trying to. You get these people shooting up the left lane and then just diving in the last second because they're more important than everybody. It's welcome to New Jersey.
Passing all the cars on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no shoulders. These are city streets we're talking about.
Oh, right.
And of course, you got to dodge around the people that are double parked. Yep. Oh my God, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, just to get out of here in this area, so anybody getting up into this area, and it's also, we want to come up and visit. Yeah, good luck finding parking.
Yeah, we hope. I mean, Wanderback hopes that we're in North Jersey this time next year. It's on.
That'd be amazing.
It's in discussions, unfortunately there was this whole mergers and acquisition thing that happened with the one distributor that does the whole state that we were talking to. So we're just kind of waiting for them to, get all their ducks in a row after their new launching month of August and see where we go from there. But it's in discussions. We don't want to be just we're realists, right? We've been doing this for a long time. The years of 30, 40,000 barrel breweries, I think, is done. Like, we're not going to see that anymore. The years of the Tonewoods,
30 barrel craft breweries.
Yeah, 30 barrel craft breweries. I'm sorry. Yeah. Tonewood. I don't know who else does the volume like Tonewood, but that mid range, 15 to 20,000 barrel brewery, I think is a stretch too, because a lot of these breweries had the timing behind them. Like, it was the right place at the right time. Cape May was 2011. Tonewood, I think, was 15, 16, or maybe 13. But they all had hit this peak. So for us, we want to be full state. We want everybody to be able to enjoy New Jersey beer because our beer is New Jersey beer. So it's in discussions. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to be me taking kegs up to Bergen County or going out to Malloy Liquors at the Delaware.
But if
Water
you do come
Gap.
up here, we're going to Lee's Hawaiian Islander.
Okay.
Straight up, we're getting a poo-poo platter and a scorpion bowl.
I also want to go to Patterson to get some pizza, but
There's people say like, "Oh, New York pizza is the best." Like, no, North Jersey.
yeah, North Jersey, and like the people that do like a tavern pie the right way is
There's
few
White
and far
Star.
between. What's that?
White Star.
I don't know
I
that
find them
one.
a little too salty, but yes, the bar pies up here are spectacular.
Spectacular. So Patsy's and Patterson.
Patsy's, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
cash only. Make sure you're strapped. Make sure you have 2 locks on your car.
And open carry.
Yeah.
Not the safest of neighborhoods,
But best pizza.
it's better than it's been.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, Brian, but first of all, correct me. He's not retired. He still works full time. He is a consultant, but he can work from his RV.
And his RV is like the size of most of our houses, right?
Yeah. His RV. I think we may have we may have a picture of his RV here.
I just want to know.
There it is.
What kind of fermentation space and brew space does he have inside of it? Because I know he has it.
Yeah, it's got to be in there. He's got to have like a I think he's got a 2.5 barrel system in there.
He's running a what are they? The pinter? I don't know how to say it.
Oh, yeah. I think he's well above.
I think he's well above that.
I don't think he would lower himself for that one. But we also have, and I just lost there's the chat, because he also said, and I agree with him, Pizza Town.
I'm looking it up, guys, so I'm not being rude.
I believe, if I'm not wrong, that's in North Arlington. This is, oh my God. This place, when you go in, if you go in and pick up a pie there.
Elmwood Park?
That's right. You pick up a pie there, look at the pictures on the wall and all the people that have walked into Pizza Town. You will not find my picture there. You will not find Brian's picture there, because we don't belong in the same wall as Sinatra.
They have a calzone in the picture that looks fantastic.
Yeah, these guys have been doing it a long time. They know how to do it. Pizza Town, one of the best pies in the state. I have to agree with that. I can't argue that whatsoever.
Let's see here. From my house to Pizza Town is approximately
2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours and 24 minutes.
Oh, it's off by 9 minutes.
With $10 in tolls.
Worth it. Straight up worth it. Oh my God, their pizza's so good. But yeah, we get so much good pie up here.
You guys are spoiled up there.
We are so fucking spoiled. Between that and the bagels.
We can get good bagels down here. I'm not going to argue about that.
But here, and the bagels here. I think that's the whole reason I could never move out of the state, the pizza and the bagels. I have been places that, believe it or not, outside of this state that make good pizza. And and it's funny that I'm actually wearing this shirt. Okay. So this is Colorado City. This is End of the World Brewing. Colorado City in Arizona is famous for the show, what was it, Big Love?
Okay.
So this is seriously an exclave of the Mormon
Many wives
culture. So Carrie and I did a tour of the 5 national parks across the bottom of Utah. We dipped down into Arizona. We stopped at this brewery because I thought it'd be really cool to go into this town and go to a brewery. Like, seriously, it's very, very Mormon town. And someone who knew the town said, stop at the grocery store and get squeaky cheese, and they weren't wrong. I'm not going to explain it.
You don't have to. I know what squeaky cheese is.
You know squeaky cheese is. It squeaks.
Yeah, it squeaks when you chew it. Yeah, I know what it is.
It stunned us. But we went there, and we were hungry. We'd had a long day. Carrie and I like the geocache. And we had geocached in the heat and all that. We got there. We were very hungry. So we're like, they made pizza. Great. Pizza outside this tri-state area. Wunderbar.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm hungry. So we ordered a pizza. I got to tell you, this pizza was actually really freaking good. We couldn't believe it. We did have, I think the very next day, oh no, it was later that night. We had the owner on the show.
Okay.
Gary and I were in our Airbnb. He was in his house, and we had him on the show. We talked about it. It was a very interesting place to drink beer and eat pizza. What's very interesting is the northern portion of Arizona right there.
Yeah.
It's basically Utah. Because you know that Arizona doesn't really play by daylight savings time.
Correct.
Northern Arizona does, because they say basically, because we drove through like 3 time zones in one day, because it was back and forth between daylight savings, non-daylight savings, daylight savings, non-daylight savings. And it was explained to us, actually, in the grocery store, we were picking up our squeaky cheese, and the guy told us, it's like, well, we basically are Utah South. We abide by what they do rather than what the rest of Arizona does, because we have this big ditch separating us. He means the Grand Canyon. So everything north of the Grand Canyon is basically Utah to them.
My uncle, my mother's brother, my uncle, my blood uncle, not just a family member, but he actually lives in the winter in Quartzsite, Arizona.
Where is that?
I think it's south. He took a Ford cargo van, turned it into a home, and he's a nomad who travels the earth.
I'm jealous of that. Like so many times I thought
living
that
in a van down by the river, literally.
Yes.
I'm on to my third one.
What are you drinking there?
So I'm drinking an Urban Artifact Pteranodon Peach.
Did you say that again?
How you read it?
Oh, Pteranodon.
Pteranodon.
You were obviously not a dinosaur geek when you were a kid.
I was not a dinosaur geek when I was a kid. Did you know New Jersey was the founding state of the Velociraptor?
We found the first Velociraptor was found here.
The first Velociraptor was founded in the state of New Jersey. But it's not our state. It's not our official state fossil.
What is our official state fossil? You set yourself up for failure there, Justin.
I did.
Hold on, I'll look it up for you. You enjoy your beer, and tell us more about it.
Our state dinosaur is the Hadrosaurus.
Hadrosaurus.
It was found in Haddonfield.
Haddonfield, of all places. Did it like blueberries?
Did it like blueberries? I was going to ask John that. How are the blueberries in Maine compared to the blueberries from New Jersey?
I can answer that question, actually. The blueberries in Maine are about yo big.
So tiny.
They're tiny. They're very flavorful. I do like them. But the blueberries in Jersey, I'm not just saying this because I'm from Jersey. I think they're so much better. They're bigger. They're juicier. Yes, there are times where the blueberries from Jersey don't carry as much flavor. Maine blueberries always have that flavor, but if you go down to Haddonfield and you pick the blueberries down in Haddonfield, you're going to get big, you're going to get juicy, you're going to get flavorful, and you're going to get the best blueberries on the planet. What is this Pteranodon?
The Pteranodon is a wild culture, spontaneously fermented peach sour beer.
Now, which brewery is this from?
Urban Artifact.
Oh, that's right. You said Urban Artifact.
I can't read. Unfortunately, as I'm getting older, I need light to read. I don't need magnification, but I need light so I can actually read the bottle. A blend of wild cultures curated to highlight the terroir of the Ohio River Valley and aged on peaches.
That sounds yummy.
And it's 187 milliliters, so 6 ounces.
I don't like the fact that it's in clear glass, though.
It looked pretty. I mean, you can see the...
Oh, there's some leaves in there. There's some good B complex vitamins in that.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, harvest that, but the liquid itself is very, very nice.
Brian answered us about the thing. 150-liter brew tools, brew house, and 80-liter. Yeah, but that's not in the motorhome.
Not in RV. The whole joke was the motorhome, Brian. Come on.
You got to get a brewing system in the motorhome. But he did mention that there is a big camping event in Quartzsite annually.
Yeah, which is what my uncle did was he took a Ford E350 van and basically built a tiny home in it over the course of 3 months. It's got a kitchen, bathroom, bed.
That's all you need.
And he just up and nomaded it. He goes to Washington State, works on an orchard in the fall to make some money, or in the spring. I forget the timing. It's all weird out there because Quartzsite gets so hot in the summer, you can't be there in the summer. So,
right.
But yeah, that's what he's doing. He's 65 and
a stacker trailer. Stop whining. Oh my God.
Yeah, just put something on the roof.
Stop making excuses.
Or start distilling. He can start distilling in the RV.
There you go.
Brewing at home. So he has.
Yeah. Make the fermented liquid at home. Bring it on the road. Distill it on the road.
But Brian will be happy because it's 11.2%.
Ooh, now he's getting up there. Now I did look up where Quartzsite is. Quartzsite is not too far, actually, from the California border.
Yeah.
So it's out on Route 10. Route 10. Now, if you know the way that our highway system works, the zeros go across, and 10 starts at the bottom, and then 90 is all at the top. And 90 actually starts, I believe, in Chicago, because it's like 80 all the way to Chicago, then 90 branches off. Or is it in Ohio? It's either in Ohio or Chicago. And then the five starts in California, on the West Coast, and the 5 in California is just an absolute fucking nightmare. Don't ever drive on that thing. And then 95, of course, runs up the East Coast and parallels Route 1. Yep. The first, obviously, US 1, the first highway in the country. So you're drinking and learning shit.
Stuff. We're learning stuff.
Well, we can say shit. But it's the same. And then who do we... Mike Dolan. Hey, Mike. Howdy, gents. Hope you are enjoying the evening. We are enjoying our evening. We are drinking beer.
Drinking beer, having great conversations, and bad poems.
Bad poems. Yeah, Mike, if you missed the poems, rewind a little bit.
Here, I got another one for you.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Fresh hops smell like June. The brewer studies the bill. Summer disappears.
I got one question for you on that one. Who's June?
The summer month. June is like the epitome.
Oh, the month. Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, here. This one's better.
Oh, this one's better.
12 hours brewing. He made the perfect Pilsner. Orders a High Life.
That is too fucking accurate. Okay. If you hang around breweries enough, you get to know brewers, you'll learn a few things. One, very few of them drink IPAs. I don't think I've met a brewery yet who actually drinks IPAs. They brew them to make money. Also, they rarely ever drink their own beer.
Right.
The beer you mentioned is a popular one. PBR is also a very popular one amongst brewers.
It is. I did one self-deprecating Wanderback poem in my bad poems as well.
Let's hear it.
Gold medal in the glass. Still, they pick the funny name and leave ours behind.
And here's to the gold medal for Wanderback. And Mike's cheers, Mike, to have many Wanderback beers this weekend in Cape May. So apparently you get down to Cape May there.
Hey, I had a lot of Wanderback beers in Cape May too. We should meet up.
There you go. Mike, look them up. Hang out. Swap stories, swap beers, swap poems. I don't know if Mike's a big poet or not. So I think we've run out of our topics.
Yeah.
I did want to bring one thing up, and the reason I brought up the whole tentacle thing is earlier you mentioned Bolero Snort.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that Scott Wells has stepped away from Bolero Snort. It's just all Bob now.
It's all Bob. Bob's a great guy, too.
Oh, love Bob. Love Bob. I met Bob before I met Scott. Actually, I met Bob before he actually had his license and he was pouring beer at the first ever New Jersey tap takeover in Wayne.
How many times did you think Bob was Scott or Scott was Bob?
Never.
Oh, so I mixed them up.
Oh, I never mixed them up. I've known them too damn long. It was funny because the first ever New Jersey tap takeover was in I can't remember the name of the place now, but it was in Wayne, and it was this space. The bar was like completely encased in like bricks, so no one could get any service in there. So you had to walk outside if you wanted to get a text or call anybody. And Bob was pouring. There's no ryeing in baseball, and one other beer. And then someone explained that he didn't really have his license yet, so they had to pull his beer off. But I did buy at the event the original Bolero Snort pint glass. And I have that somewhere in a box in storage. Also, you know what other pint glass I bought at that event? Turtlestone Brewing.
Turtlestone.
The first brewery in Vineland.
Second brewery in Vineland.
Second. Oh, what was the first in Vineland?
Blue Collar Brewing was the first brewery in Vineland.
I didn't know that one.
So you had Blue Collar, and then you had Turtlestone, which was going to open, but they never did.
Apparently, what I hear, there was a divorce involved in that.
And then you had Brinks Jones, which was also on Landis Avenue, a couple buildings down from where we're actually opening.
And so you'd be the fourth then.
We will be the fourth brewery in Vineland in the history of Vineland, yeah.
And the most successful.
Well, that's...
I'm just saying it now, putting it out there. You will be the most successful.
We'll see. It's going to depend on the peoples. Brian, easy, my house. I live in Cape May Courthouse.
There you go. Just
where I live.
just hit him up. Go have some there.
Brian will have no problems finding Wanderback beer down here in Cape May County. It's at every liquor store in Cape May County from Cape May Courthouse South. He can't miss it, so it's here. But I would love to grab a beer with Brian over Labor Day weekend.
You do. You guys got to FaceTime me if you do that.
But I'm gonna have to drink like 2 beers at a time because they're all 5% beers. Yeah,
you're gonna have to out chug them.
Although Labor Day weekend, that's gonna be a 6%er. We have some high ABV stuff coming out down the line, but not until it gets colder weather.
Into what John calls beer season.
Netflix and chill season. Come on.
Yeah. Brian, don't visit him during that time.
No, he's coming down Labor Day weekend. That's beach season. So yeah.
That's before Netflix. Okay. Just establish a safe word, Brian. I kid.
I joke. I kid.
Is it cool? We'll have to connect. Please connect us. I will bring my beer with me. All right.
I'll bring mine. I'll bring my beer. You bring your beer.
Hopefully, you got some of the mild left, but don't bring them all the beer because you got to have some for the friggin' tailgates. My God, I got to figure out which game I'm coming to this year.
Giants tailgate.
Yep. Oh yeah, you should come up for that. And it's really, really, really remember where his tailgate is. It's L8, or if you pronounce it late, because John's always late. You always remember where he is. That's how I always remember where Brian is. Oh my God, he may have some mustard mash.
Well, listen, let me know what game, and I enjoy professional sports. Go sports team.
Yay! Move the ball from A to B.
Nah, I love sports. I'm a big sports guy. So
I do love sports. I don't watch it as much anymore because I got too emotionally involved in it and broke too many television sets.
That'll do it to you.
It was one, but that's too many television sets. And that was the New York Rangers did that. I blame them. And that's when they were good. And
funny.
they're so far from good right now.
My family, like my dad was born in the Bronx. My mom was born in Rahway, and I was born into a Yankees, Giants, Rangers family. But I am none of those teams.
I imagine you're a Flyers fan.
I'm definitely a Flyers fan.
Eagles fan. We know we'll.
I am not an Eagles fan.
Really?
God bless you. I am not. I am a Phillies fan, for sure, and I am a Yankees fan because of my father. But if the Phillies play the Yankees, I root for the Phillies.
And the only thing I have against the Phillies right now is I feel the Phillies destroyed one of my favorite Mets players ever, because Dykstra did not juice until he became a Philly. Nails was one of my favorite.
He's a beast. And he never got in trouble during the season.
I will do that. I will do that, Brian. I will give you Brian's number. So, at any rate, but yeah, he was a beast. So, but we're back to what I said. Man, we got sidetracked once again because we were talking about tentacles. We're talking about Scott Wells, and there's a thing that do combine the two. Because Scott Wells has left, and he has got a new venture now. It's called the Greenwood Tavern. It's on the southern shore of Greenwood Lake. It's a hentai-themed bar.
Hentai?
No, I'm kidding. I said, there's tentacles everywhere. I'm like, and I looked at him because we were up there this Saturday and said, wow, I love the hentai theme. Because you're the second person who said that to me. He goes, figures you would know that. I'm like, well, it's actually Bourdain that introduced hentai to me. It was in one of his episodes. But there's tentacles everywhere. They've got it's got this whole legend about a lake monster there, who looks very much like Cthulhu, as a matter of fact. Begins with a Q. Quampich, I think his name is. But we're up there. We stopped. We stopped in. They do kind of like a faux tiki thing going. They do serve some drinks in tiki mugs. It's not true tiki.
I thought the same.
But they're really good cocktails. They've got a very small selection of taps, but it's very, very well curated. I gotta give them that. There's some really good stuff. They've got like they had Torque Wrench on tap. They had Man Skirt's Perfect People's Porter on tap. They had some really good stuff on tap. But the food. Oh my God, the food. Carrie had the smoked chicken. And you're like, so anytime you look at a menu and you see like a roast chicken or something like that, you normally overlook it. But Scott had so pushed the smoked chicken that Carrie ordered it. Oh my God, this was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But I got the chicken parm. And the way they serve the chicken parm.
Opposite? On top?
Nope. They take garlic naan. They shape it into a taco shell and fry it.
What?
And they put the chicken parm on the garlic naan shell.
Okay.
Yeah. That alone.
I'm speaking of my inner fat kid.
Is worth the trip. And I got it with the tater tots, and the tater tots were so damn good.
I wish it wasn't 3 hours away.
Yeah, for you it's 3 hours away. It's an hour away from me. But it was International Geocaching Day. We geocached our way all the way up there.
Maybe one day I'll get in with said New Jersey distributor and be able to go there because we're having an event there or something.
There you go. just call Scott.
Shameless plug.
Scott will love to see you there. I mean, Scott doesn't like me that much, and he gave me a massive hug when I got there because there's someone he recognized.
Those are the best hugs.
Those are the best. Oh no, we had a great time up there. He's got they're relatively new. I think they're only like 2 or 3 weeks old. But Dan, they've got a lot of stuff dialed in already. They're doing a great job up there. Get up there. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
Yeah. My wife's from Philadelphia, so most of when we have time, ventures are always west. So
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to get out into the Philly area again. I haven't been to Human Robot in a while. I need
I
a
haven't either.
post.
Believe it or not, I haven't either.
I need a post sandwich in my face.
He's leaving.
What?
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't catch all this.
Oh
Oh.
no! 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 What?
My last beer of the night is a human robot. So.
Oh, that's a damn good beer too. I love that beer.
But so what I
I
saw online, again, all
I
online.
may have to do a few shots of things to ease this pain. What the hell?
As of September 3rd, Poe's sandwiches will no longer be part of Human Robot. The two locations that they're at, Kensington, and I think they're at the I forget the other one. So unfortunately,
the original.
yeah, the original is Kensington, and then the other one I forget what the other one is, but they, yeah.
I need a moment to process this. This is not good.
It's it's on social media. It's out there. I guess just general.
I'm not going to be the one to break it to John.
The general storyline is that Poe was inappropriate on social media. Human Robot redid all their leases. It didn't align with and they ended the relationship. So, yeah. I'll let you get into the nitty gritty about the whys and what happened, but
yeah, I'm not going to go into. I'm not going to do it because it hurts. It hurts too much.
It does. I mean, I loved it. Great sandwiches.
Because this was always the dilemma when you went into the Philly area from here, right? There were two sandwiches. You had two options. Do we get Poe's or do we get the Knicks?
See, you're as somebody familiar with the whole city, the whole greater Philadelphia area, you're selling yourself short on some sandwiches because you can go get a Schmitter.
You can go to John's.
John's. But the thing about the Schmitters, you can get a Tobias.
Okay, you need to explain this shit to me right now.
So you know what a Schmitter is?
I don't know what a Schmitter is.
You don't know what a Schmitter is. So there's
I live in Union City, New Jersey. I'm not that close to Philadelphia to know what the hell is Schmitter.
Oh, so
you need to explain this.
I will.
From tubby guy to tubby guy, explain this to me.
Whoa. So basically, at McNally's Tavern in Chestnut Hill, they came up with a sandwich called the Schmitter. And it's sliced beef. So it's a steak sandwich with caramelized salami.
Oh, caramelized salami?
Fried onions. And then a Schmitter sauce with the tomato in there, too. A big, thick chunk of tomato on a Kaiser roll. Dave, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's
and where is this again?
Sandwich. It's in Chestnut Hill at a bar called McNally's. McNally's is at the top of the hill. You're going there, you're drinking Guinness or whatever craft they have on tap. You're getting a Schmitter sandwich, which is cooked on a flat top grill right there behind the bar.
The best shit is cooked on a flat top grill right behind the damn bar.
But then they make a Tobias where they add pepperoni to it. And they don't chop the steak. They cook almost like a Tony Luke style, where they cook the shaved steak flat, and then they put it on the sandwich, and then they put everything else on, and it is to die for. They had a little stand in Citizens Bank Park for a while in Philly. Yeah.
Okay. Real quick take here. Best cheesesteak in Philly, as far as
for me.
Concerned.
Yeah. My go-to these days now. I am of there is a difference in the cheesesteaks. There's the new school cheesesteak and there's the old school Philly cheesesteak, right?
Right.
But for me,
Whiz or no whiz?
Whiz and Cooper.
I feel that.
For me, it's Del Rossi's right now. I love Del Rossi's sandwiches. Del Rossi's 4th and Spring Garden, I think is where that is.
I'm taking notes. Del Rossi's.
Yeah, 4th and Spring Garden. They make like 4 things. They make a cheesesteak. They make a chicken cheesesteak. They make pizza. And they make you order it. That's it.
Good save.
Yeah, they make you order it. To me, that's like having had a lot of them. D'Alessandro's is fantastic as well. Del Rossi's is good. Skinny Joey's is good. They're all good. Especially the new school, the shaved ribeye, where it's a hearty sandwich with a lot of Cooper Sharp. Cooper Sharp to me is a superior American cheese.
Yes,
salty.
and
it's saltier.
It's not just to you. That's just an accurate statement.
But it melts.
Cooper Sharp is what American cheese always wanted to be, tried to be.
Yeah.
And you can tell right away that it melts well because there's no way to get a slice off. So when you go to the deli, you get Cooper Sharp, you can't get a slice off of it without it disintegrating.
It drives me nuts. Nuts. It is my pet peeve. I will put the cheese back in the fridge and not take cheese because I can't peel it apart. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to get a deli that knows what the hell they're doing and gets enough paper between the slices.
And they got to offset stack them so you can
offset
peel the
stack
edge
that.
up. And oh yeah, definitely. But the McNally's is on a Kaiser roll, so it's not a cheesesteak, so it's not as horrific of a sandwich. Eating a big giant.
Something got a little lively there, huh?
Yeah. My Palatamavi 12 got a little crazy. So I guess I got a Maliko pour, right?
It's funny though. I mentioned Steve earlier from Ghost Talk. Every time they've got a big event, because he's got the Luca pours. I drive him crazy because every time he does that, I make him do Malikos. Let's do milk tubes.
I mean, you can do them.
Well, no, because he doesn't want anyone seeing it because he doesn't want anybody else wanting that pour.
Well, the thing, like I think it's milk tube, right? The term milk tube is
human robots
marked by human robot, right?
Yeah, it absolutely is. So, and the thing is, milk tube. So the pour is Mliko, Mliko, and
correct.
Us anglicizing everything, we took the L, moved it over behind the I to make it Milko. We pronounced it Milko, and it became milk tube. I've got no problem with that, by the way. But I will have I make Steve do those, and it annoys him. But he's a trooper. We still do it.
Yeah, it's just it's a good.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's it's like it's at the end of the day, you're teaching a consumer the difference between a wet foam, and a dry foam, right? Like
right.
You're teaching somebody about the proper way to pour beer without them realizing that you're beer geeking them.
Yeah, and they think they're just having a lot of fun. Basically doing a shot it's almost a milk shot in that case. And the first time that I was at it was the second time I was Human Robot, and I saw the milk tubes. I'm like, all right, this is this fad thing.
It's not.
Let me do it. And I did it, and you know what? I had 3 of them, I think, that day. it was just too much fun.
And the milk tube to Human Robot is the same as the slow pour to Bierstadt.
Right.
It's their thing. I mean,
I still need to get to Bierstadt. I've not been to Denver.
You've never been to Denver?
I've never been to Denver. It's going to happen soon. But this November, we're going to Puerto Rico. So.
Yeah.
And here's John. Yeah, we're still going, John.
We can wrap it up. That's fine.
Well, what do you do? Well, we're getting very close to our top 3s, and yes, we shall read your top 3s. As a matter of fact, that's a good segue into the top 3s.
That's a great segue into the top 3s.
And this is a great expose into the mind of Justin Vitti, because he came up with the top 3s. Explain to the viewers as to how you came up with this top 3.
So tonight's top 3 is based on that today is National Bad Poem Day. And in my head, first thing I thought about when I thought of a poem was The Odyssey, which is one of the hottest movies in America, in the world right now. Hopefully you can get your Trojan horse popcorn bucket. But The Odyssey is based on an epic poem. The Odyssey top billing is Matt Damon. Matt Damon is well renowned by everybody and anybody in the world who knows a movie. And so, top 3 would be your top 3 favorite Matt Damon roles that are not Good Will Hunting.
Because that's just a given. But as good as he was in that movie, there was one actor who was so much better. And Robin Williams in that movie, to me.
Rest in peace. Like, icon. Like, just everything about Robin Williams. I am a diehard fan of Robin Williams. And yeah.
There's only 3 celebrity deaths I actually shed a tear over.
Go ahead.
Robin, I was inconsolable.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Steve Irwin.
Okay, not me.
The way he passed just devastated me. To be doing what he loved and to have a creature that's usually docile. He's tackling crocodiles all the friggin' time, and a stingray takes him out? Really? But he was such an amazing human being. And number 3 was Henson. And it wasn't when it happened. It's when Big Bird walked into St. Patrick's Cathedral and started singing "It Isn't Be Green," and I lost it.
Yeah. It's Henson for me. The screensaver on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm a giant.
Oh my God, the Life magazine cover with Kermit draped over his director's chair, lifeless.
I did a back in art school years ago. I mean, we're talking years ago. I did a pastel portrait of Jim Henson talking to Kermit. I'm looking for it right now to pull up on my phone for you to see it. But yeah, like it is.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen the photo that you based that off of.
Yeah. So yeah, Jim Henson for me, Robin Williams, and for me, Bourdain.
Bourdain didn't impact me when it happened. You know why? Well, it did. But as far as shedding a tear over it, I was pissed at him. I was angry.
Wow.
And I'm still pissed at him for it. You had the life. I'm still pissed. We are still going through a lot of the Bourdain stuff. Sometimes for a second time, we still watch. We watched the Lagos episode recently, and I'll watch it, and I loved what he did, and he'll make a comment about life or something. Like, yeah, you took here, you fucker. I just get so pissed sometimes at what he did.
Yeah, I think the next celebrity chef. The next celebrity chef. I have 2 more celebrity chefs that I hold in super high regard. One is Jacques Pepin.
Papa.
And
whoever put together that PBS show of him and Julia Child.
It's great.
That's right? Fucking genius, because they just bickered the whole damn time. It was like watching a reality show. It was amazing.
and Jose Andres is the other one.
So Jose Andres, who is one of Bourdain's friends.
Yeah, it's his approach to life, his just perspective.
He made Bourdain uncomfortable.
But if you listen to him, it's just
beautiful.
Like it's beautiful. Beautiful is a great word for it.
As a matter of fact, the next European trip that I'm planning for Carrie and I is Basque, but also Asturias because of Jose. Because that's where he's from. And you remember that episode where he took Bourdain there, and they took that funicular up through the mountain. And we're going to do that. We're going to go to that village.
Really, I'm on the hunt for the ciders. I want to gravity pour ciders, and I eat a ton of tinned fish. It's in my diet. Like hand to God, I eat.
My son's into tinned fish.
Sardine Sundays, like it's a thing, and but
the smell, my God.
It's not. Nah, you're not getting good stuff. We spun off. FYI, we spun off because of Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting for our top 3.
We'll get there, but before we do that, so I was looking into because I want to go to San Sebastian because San Sebastian is like that's the foodie capital of the world. But staying in San Sebastian is just so expensive. So I was looking in an area outside of, and I inadvertently found a place. Like, okay, we'll stay here. This looks good. It is the Basque cider capital. We can walk to the Sidarias.
I have my local liquor store down here ordering me bottles of it because I really want to just drink it at home and try it. And you don't pour big glasses of it. You gravity pour it,
this much,
chug it.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
I can't wait.
But we will be doing that in Basque, Asturias.
That's awesome.
We will be doing that. I don't know if we'll do it this year or next year, but we will be doing it. It's going to be a thing, and it's because Bourdain and Jose Andreas went to Asturias.
My next Euro trip with my wife is in October to Paris, and I'm throwing in a Belgium trip one day, but don't know if I'm going to go to Bruges or Brussels yet.
Bruges
for beer.
Yes.
Over
okay.
Cantillon?
Well, here's
over Cantillon.
Do both.
I can't. I got one day.
You got one day.
I got 1 day to go. 1 day. We'll
go
talk about it offline.
Go to Cantillon. Go to Cantillon.
Right.
You'll never get that opportunity again. You need to go to Cantillon. As a matter of fact, that's where this came from.
Ooh.
I've got the shirt. I think we had 4 bottles while we were there. The 2 of us, 4 bottles, because we could walk from our hotel. But Bruges, if you can, if at all possible, add a day, get to Bruges. There is a bar in Bruges that you will never forget.
I'm writing it down. I got the pen out.
And I will text you the name of it.
All right.
Because it's not coming. Because it's in I forget the language they speak in Belgium. That's not French. Because it's in that language.
Okay.
But I will text that to you, and we were there with a bunch of expats. One was from Scotland, one was from England, one was actually from Buffalo.
I love Buffalo.
We spent a lot of time talking politics. I won't get into that conversation too much.
A lot of Polacks in Buffalo.
There are a ton of Polacks.
We'll connect offline about Buffalo.
Yeah, well, Buffalo. I've never been to Buffalo. I need to get there because the garbage plate that's such a Polish invention right there. No one can convince me otherwise. Only a Polak would come up with the garbage plate.
Oh my goodness.
We were doing our top 3s, and our top 3s are top 3 Matt Damon roles.
And John just let us know that this is an awesome top 3 list.
It is. Let's see. Oh, well, we got a few comments here. It's half as long as when you are on. Yes.
To John.
Yeah, John. Yeah, we're usually over 2 hours with John. So, well, we are over 2 hours.
We're over 2 hours.
John, that was for Brian. And yes, so we'll read John's when we're done with our 3. So you have honor.
Oh, okay. So in tradition of the Locker Room Guys top 3, my honorable mentions, which I have 2 honorable mentions.
Only 2?
Only 2 honorable mentions. Yeah, I tried to keep it, brief. The first is Colin Sullivan, which is from The Departed.
That was a fantastic movie. And my favorite part about The Departed is I think they all tried to outdo each other.
It's
for
great.
The worst Boston accent that
oh
they
my
could come
God.
up with.
It was, yes.
But Baldwin won that contest. He had the worst Boston accent.
my second honorable mention is
Okay.
Loki.
Oh,
go ahead.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Doug.
Yeah,
it is from Rochester, but it's close enough.
Yeah, so is Chicken Ricky. Have at it. My second honorable mention for Matt Damon role is Loki from Dogma.
Let's say which one?
From Dogma, the Loki from Dogma is the honorable mention.
Okay.
So number 3 on my list is Carroll Shelby from Ford versus Ferrari.
Very cool.
The older I get, the more I appreciate his performance. And Christian Bale, he got all the flowers for the movie, but Matt Damon was the glue that made the whole movie work.
I can see that.
All right. Number 2 was Mark Watney from The Martian. He just carried the entire movie. He was funny. He was optimistic. And that movie is infinitely rewatchable if you haven't seen it. You can go watch it. If it's on, pick it up.
The thing about The Martian is one of my honorable mentions, so we'll leave it there. And the reason it's one of my honorable mentions is one of my favorite moments of that. Sean Bean's in that movie.
Yeah.
Right. It's one of the movies that Sean Bean does not die in. One of the few. But one of my favorite moments in that movie, and I agree, Damon was great in this. I really enjoyed his role in this. That's why it's an honorable mention. But it's also more of an honorable mention because there's at one point that the team on Earth are giving each other code names. And they're all Lord of the Ring code names. Sean Bean, who's the director, walks in, "Oh, we're doing Lord of the Ring code names. I want to be Glorfindel." The beauty behind this comment is that all of the nicknames that were taken were characters that appeared in the movie. Sean Bean is the only actor in the film that appeared in the movie.
In the movies, right.
He picks a code name of one of a big character in the Lord of the Rings that was left out of the
movie, right?
And I thought that was beautiful. I loved everything, and I like. So that had a place in my heart right there.
Oh, Doug Logo's plate. And then my number 1, this one wasn't even close. It's my personal favorite. Again, it's subjective. Is Jason Bourne. This is the defining Matt Damon role for me in the hierarchy of Matt Damon. It reinvented the modern action hero. They made him smart, restrained, and it was believable. And if someone says Matt Damon, this is probably the first character that people will picture after Will from Good Will Hunting.
I don't disagree with that at all.
And that's my official list, but you have a big but. If you ask me which Matt Damon,
I got a big belly. My butt's not that big.
If you ask me which Matt Damon role has brought me the most joy per minute of screen time, the emotionally correct answer is Donnie.
From
Eurotrip. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. And I don't care if it's only one scene, but Matt Damon committed to that role 100%. His conviction, and 20 years later, people still know that role.
And it's funny because my first two honorable mentions, actually 3 are just, well, no, 2 of them are just one scene. The first one is Loki, but not Dogma.
Oh, the MCU.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And he's just going over the top on playing Loki. It's wonderful. The other one's from the MCU as well, and it's from Deadpool 2. He is one of the hillbillies sitting on the back of the truck with the big balls hanging off of the trailer hitch. And he just really went in on that role. All in. Didn't care. Almost as much as Brad Pitt did as the Vanisher in that movie. But you saw him for a brief second. So those are 2 of my honorable mentions. You brought up The Martian. That was one of my honorable mentions for the same reason. One of my honorable mentions, and this is not a movie. He was on Will and Grace. And I cannot remember Will's very flamboyant friend's name, but God, why can't I remember his name?
Sean Hayes?
Yes, his character's name. Anyway, he was part of a gay choir. And the choir is going to, I think, Paris or Spain or something like that. And they can't bring everybody. So they're only going to bring a certain number of people. And John's right, it's Jack.
Jack.
And Jack really, really wants to go. but now it's between him and Matt Damon's character. But Jack has a suspicion that Matt Damon's character isn't gay. So he has Deborah Messing's character, Grace, try to seduce him. And she succeeds. Where Matt Damon's like, oh, that ass. And so they catch him. So he brings it up to the people that are making the decision. It's like, yeah, we know. We don't care. He's hot. And he goes and said Jack anyway. So
wow.
He really went into that role. That was great. But I'm getting into my 3, 2, 1 now. My 3, Monuments Men. So Monuments Men, it's a wonderful movie. I think John Goodman actually acts in this movie. It was fantastic. He was great in this. Clooney was great in this. But Matt Damon, rather than have him as one of the action heroes out in the field, they have him a liaison. They kind of like take him out of his comfort zone. And he's playing against Galadriel in this one. Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
And, rather than being the usual Matt Damon roles where he's either the hero or the dog or the action hero, he's got a gun. No, this is all very diplomatic, and she even tries to bed him. And he's like, I'm married. And he really stepped outside of the roles that they've really put him in, and I really appreciated what he did in that role. Really, really enjoyed that. Number 2 was a movie called The Rip. The Rip was him and Affleck back together again, and they're playing cops trying to roost out cops on the take.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basically in a siege situation. And the funny thing is, I can't remember which one of them was the good guy, which was the bad guy at the end. But it was really good. I thought that Damon's performance in this was so far removed from his role, even in Good Will Hunting, even as Loki in Dogma, where there was that youth, that exuberance that he had as that youth, which was just so effective sometimes.
That's on my list. I haven't seen it yet. It came out this year.
Yeah, you need to see that one.
Yeah,
because this is a very, very mature Damon. And the reason why it's one of my favorite movies, maybe not so much the local constabulary that is portrayed in the movie actually sued them for it because the way they were portrayed in the movie in real life,
really,
as cops on the take, they were not happy about it. But Matt Damon, his performance in this, I really think was so damn mature. I liked to see him in this role. He was fantastic in this. But my number 1 is really Loki and Dogma. My favorite actually, and mostly because so many times I have to quote, "Whose house?
Whose
Ron's house?" And so many times, like, excuse me.
It's because you're a North Jersey guy in a Kevin Smith movie. Come on.
Are you married? What do you think? To her?
To her?
No. Kevin Smith just let Damon go in this movie. And you didn't say God bless you when I sneezed. Loki. I just loved his performance in that. He was so appropriately over the top in that movie.
It was great. It was awesome. It's probably one of the best parts of that movie. Great movie, but it was probably one of the best parts of it.
Yeah, he was fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic. My favorite role Matt Damon's ever done. I do want to mention.
Go ahead.
Do you know what his first movie was?
Do I know what Matt Damon's first movie was? No.
Mystic Pizza.
He was in Mystic Pizza.
He was in Mystic Pizza.
So he was a child in Mystic Pizza.
Teenager.
Mystic
between.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts
Yep.
was in the late 80s.
Yep.
And Matt Damon is not much older than me.
He was maybe a tween, but maybe a teenager.
Huh.
He was quite young, but that was his first movie.
I didn't know. It's a great movie too.
One thing that's interesting, neither of us
He's 9 years older than me. Never mind.
he was a teenager. Just looks damn good for his age. None of us had on our list the Oceans series.
Because Linus in the Ocean series, like I know who he is.
Yep.
It wasn't
his greatest role.
It was great. It was a great role. You probably could have put anybody in that role and done that movie.
I don't disagree. The Ocean series, the first time that I recognize, Brad Pitt can actually act now.
The Ocean now Ocean series for Brad Pitt may be one of his better movies.
Because there is a particular scene where it made me go, where George Clooney's going off on something, and Brad Pitt is pretending, his character is pretending to not pay attention. And I judge actors by what they're doing when they don't have a line. And Brad Pitt was acting. And previous movies to that, Brad Pitt could not have pulled that off. So I was pleased with him in that one. But so now I'm going to read John's top three.
Now, before you read that, we should have gone with top 3 cameos of Matt Damon in movies.
We mentioned a bunch of them already, and we would have probably had the same ones. So John's honorable mention, I think, is mostly because of the movie, not because of Brad Pitt in the role. Because he's uncredited, because he's in the stands. He doesn't have a line. He doesn't do any fucking acting in it, John. But it's Field of Dreams. He wasn't
Field of Dreams.
Yeah, he wasn't Field of Dreams. Okay. Not so much a role, but I will allow this number 3 because this was fucking fantastic. Jimmy Kimmel Live. He was with Sarah Silverman in the She's Fucking Matt Damon video.
Is that the one where he was not allowed on, but then got kicked off because he snuck on, or is that the one where he got kicked off for life?
No, I don't know if it was, but what they were doing is they were torturing Sarah Silverman's boyfriend at the time, the name escapes me, who she was dating at the time. But it was just a back and forth between Sarah Silverman and her boyfriend, and she brought Matt Damon in on that. His number 2, Ocean's 11. So John did mention the Ocean's thing. Now, I didn't read John's before that, so
it was okay. He was great. Linus was a good role.
Yep.
And he was squirrely, not the typical Matt Damon role, so it was good.
Yep. And his number 1, and I could have called this one, The Departed. One of his favorite Martin Scorsese films. Like I mentioned before, it was just a contest of who could do the worst Boston accent. And Affleck and Damon had to be eliminated from it because he's from Boston. This was natural, but I still think that Alex Baldwin's was absolutely the fucking worst.
Horrible.
It was just disgusting. And that's right. Kimmel was her boyfriend.
Kimmel was a boyfriend, yeah.
Then maybe that wasn't when he got banned.
I think it was when he got banned. He was never allowed back on, and they tried sneaking him on a couple times later, and it didn't work. Yeah. The on the fence movie for me for Matt Damon that I didn't include. I don't think it was an honorable mention, but it could have been in my top 3. Was The Talented Mr. Ripley.
I think there's so many people of a generation that would have put it there. I saw Talented Mr. Ripley, and to me, and this is just me, acting like an asshole is not a hard thing to do. I think for a lot of people, it comes naturally, as a matter of fact. But I just don't think it's the hardest thing to actually do. So it wasn't on my list because I'm not sure this is a really hard role to play. We got a comment from Mother of the Homeland. Let on the pot. I don't know what that means. Explain that more to us so we know what's going on there. And John said, and Kimmel rebutted with, I'm Kimmel fucking bet. No, that's right. I forgot about that. That was his rebut. Pun intended, by the way. Alrighty. So this has been a shit ton of fun. Justin, thank you so much for filling in filling in for John. That's a whole different thing. Filling for John while he is making us all jealous by tromping around Maine
and commenting.
But he's eating a lot of lobster, drinking a lot of beer, a lot of spirits, just having himself a good old time. And we'll hear more about it next week. When he said we got a great show, and I cannot remember who's on the next show. John, please remind me who's on the next show. John knows damn well that I never remember who the next guest is. I live day to day, pretty much. So let's see if John pulls that up real quick. Because who's going to be on the show next? Because he schedules these things. He's usually the showrunner. And my tag originally said I have no idea what I'm doing, but I changed to I'm in control here. Al Haig, April 2nd, 1984. For those who don't know the reference, when Ronald Reagan, is it Mark David Chapman who shot him? He shot John Lennon. I forget who shot Reagan. But for some reason, Al Haig completely forgot forgot the Constitution, thought that the Secretary of State was third in line, but that's not the case at all. Speaker of the House, at any rate. And John said, "Oh, Manasseh Brewing from Frederick, Maryland. Absolutely, that's going to be the end of the show." Alrighty. So, Justin, again, thank you so much for coming on.
It was a pleasure. That was so much fun.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Locker Room Guys show. We go live every Tuesday around anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30.
We'll learn that tonight.
Somewhere in that range. We originally were set up to go 6:30, but it varies. It varies. So, like I said, follow us. You'll never miss a show, and you'll get alerts to tell you when we're actually coming on. Because, as we mentioned, it varies. So, if you want to catch the show live, if you want to comment, please. That's right. John's right. It was Hinckley that shot him. And he was doing it to impress Jodie Foster, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so like us, follow us, and look for us on all of our platforms. We've got the Locker Room Guys channel on Facebook. We got the Locker Room Guys channel on YouTube. So I can follow on there. And we are on iTunes. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. John knows this.
Spotify,
whole thing.
yeah.
Spotify, all of those. But just go on Spreaker. Spreaker carries all these platforms. Any place that you can find podcasts, you can find us. You can find the videos again on YouTube and Facebook, but audio, we're everywhere on audio. We've just hoarded ourselves out. It's just what it is. And now to steal John's line, drink lots of beer, but drink responsibly. We will see you all next week. Cheers, folks.